create my own soundtrack. 'Cause there isn't one. One day maybe that will change. Oh man. Welcome everybody to the darkness. Not really. As y'all know, as soon as I can tell it's actually live, I will start this up. You did? Hello? Okay, there we go. It's like being lost in the darkness when you're in a dark hallway. You can't see nothing. Nothing is visible but darkness. Until... It wasn't full screen like it was supposed to be. It messed it up. Hold on, we're gonna redo that. I'm not... It made me mad. There we go. Yo! You guys thought I was in the party. I mean, you saw the picture I sent you. That was you. I mean, that was literally 3 minutes ago. Maybe a little longer than that. Maybe like 5-10 minutes, because it took me a minute to type everything in. Anyways, add 1 second. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. I must descend to the No, hold on. And there we go. Hello everyone and welcome. I wasn't in the party. I mean, we figured that out. Sealy, how do I make it triangle? There we go. We figured that out, Sealy. I mean, obviously you were not in the party. But something went horribly, horribly wrong. The universe, yeah, exactly. The universe made a copy of you and decided to leave Ghost Sealy behind. There's now another version of you floating in the multiverse, I guess. There's a ghost version of you following you around now. It might have happened when Jane attacked you. She might have wrecked the party or saw out. So, yeah, like I said, yeah. There are now Ghost Sealy and the true Sealy. But welcome everybody, welcome to the vlog. We're going to wait till everyone joins a little bit more. We're just going to sit here and chill for a little bit here before we touch on our subjects tonight. As you can tell, I changed the title. So instead of defending the little guy, because now it's getting to the point that everyone is affected, not just me defending YouTube or not defending YouTube, but defending YouTubers who deserve to be defended. It's now branching out into what in the world is happening? Why? I just don't understand it. We're going to be talking about two major... I know I say this a lot, which is why I like to save it for the vlogs when we do raise awareness. We're going to be talking about two big AAA companies who have, once again, crossed the line of, hey, that's not okay, you know, to do that kind of thing. One of them more so than the other. One of them is the stuff we expect. And the other one is like, what were you thinking? And it's more of raising awareness. Blame Prime. I don't think he's responsible for this one, actually. Pretty sure it's more big money. No, but still. It probably happened when me and Raven glitched out everything. Maybe. Maybe there's a glitch version of you walking around. Yeah, the glitch seal. It's sitting there like... me. And it just teleports different places. And masquerades as you, Sealy. Be careful. It might start to steal your power. It might become you at one point. It might become your simulacrum. You ever played that game, by the way? Good game. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. It's a good game. But welcome, everybody. Wait for everybody to get joined. There we good amount of people are joining. Welcome. We got James Army West. Also, shout out to James Army West 9, everybody, and the Sealies and everybody who's joining tonight. He might use Cuckoo on Smite. Who knows? Hey, it doesn't matter because guess what Cuckoo's weaknesses is? the same weakness you have, James. Flowers. As long as I pull out my gardener when I get into Smite, which I'm going to try to get that skin in the future to really make that a real joke. Let me get my gardener. Then we're going to see what happens. Boom, boom goes the skull flowers. Yo, Twal, what's up, bro? Also, before I go any further, I want to give a shout out to two very awesome YouTubers who are doing good work at looking up the facts and looking out for us as like consumers and stuff. I want to give a shout out to Yu Ying. I'll put it in the chat to make sure it's spelled right. And also to technically IGP as well. We're not going to be talking about his subject. That's for him. But I wanted to give him a shout out. You're a badass, IGP. Good job, you and Icy. If you ever see my video, awesome work, guys. I'm not saying that I agree with you. I'm not saying it's bad or good about this subject. We're not going to touch on what that is. But good job, guys. But the two subjects we are going to touch on are the ones being covered by my new favorite, might as well be video game news streamer, Yu Ying. But, let's see. James, I have a particular set of skills. If you give me my stuff, I will stop. If you don't, I will find you. I don't care about I don't care about You didn't finish the sentence, James. And I'll kill you. You know your stuff is just in a treasure chest beside the door when you walk into the storage, right? Right, silly? Just walk in. To your right, there's one single chest. If I could write, if I could write Sealy on it, actually, James, just put a sign above it. Sealy. I wasn't in a party, right? I mean, I don't know. We sent you the picture. Oh, that's right. You didn't hear us. Yeah. Well, that picture of that box, me looking in and trifling through, that was your box of stuff inside that we put inside the base. Don't worry, it's safe. I should put here live seal. Yep. And then when he walks up to the box to get the stuff, make sure there's dynamite under it. Although that would blow up the furnaces. We'd have to rebuild the furnaces. And that wall. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, good plan. You gotta make it rig somehow. I don't know if it's possible to rig where when it opens, it clicks on the switch and lights the fuse. Just screw the furnaces. We'll rebuild them. Oh, man. Oh, man. Sorry, Sealy. But it's a good plan. Since I have ever seen you in an edge, beware. A seal will push you. There's trap chest. Ah! Ah! That sounds like an idea. Although he sees it in chat, so he's not going to fall for it. Or is he? It depends on where I have this chest. Oh man, this is good. That might be a little too trolly, but that'd be funny. But welcome everybody. But like I said, we're mostly going to be raising awareness tonight. It's not going to be a big. It's like I said, since I'm not able to go around and get all the major facts, like the two people I pointed out and shouted out as YouTubers. They're bigger than me, anyways. So they have a little bit more pull than I do. So I'll leave it to those guys for right now until I get a little bit bigger. But at the moment, this is more for me. This is kind of like what I like to do with my channel anyways, more than getting too nitty gritty with it, because then it starts to become a negative, and then it kind of loses its meaning on how to change it in the future. which is on us. We're the only ones who are gonna get it changed. It's up to us to change it. We're gonna have to do some things, and this sadly this is also a somewhat of an update video, and Sealy's not gonna like part of this update video because Blizzard is involved. This also means a certain game is no longer going to be on the channel because I am not going to promote Blizzard as long as what's going on is going on. So, and so far everything they've done is not really making up for the issue. I feel like they jumped into almost a real life version of a Minecraft pit of lava and are desperately trying to figure out how to get out, but it's helpless. It's probably not, but it almost looks like that. But yeah, that's it. So this is also going to double as an update video for certain games that will never be on the channel now. Because I'm going to kind of be one of the first people to kind of make this move. Along with, technically, Twal was already doing this for one of them. Because he already saw it coming, and I stupidly didn't. With Bethesda and Fallout 76 and stuff like that. So that one he already saw coming, but Blizzard, I will have to say, disappoints me greatly. Like, I never saw this coming. Like, this one I never saw. I should have seen Bethesda's things coming, but not Blizzard. Like, I have no idea what to think about it. James, the red around the lock is very noticeable. Also, I have a lot of gunpowder and sand, so I can craft TNT and place it around the chest. And if it blows up, it would also blow up the TNT. I mean, I don't have anything in there. I have a feeling there's going to be a war in our next Minecraft episode. Something tells me James and Celia at some point are going to have a TNT war. The only stipulation I have is don't let the SCP facility be damaged in the process. And we're good. As long as the SCP facility is not breached in any way, and so the containment is not breached, we're good. Y'all can war. I also might have to find a new place for my horse, because if y'all are going to start blowing shit up, you're going to end up blowing up my horse. I may have to make sure my horse is in a safe location. Both my horses. Because if you are going to start blowing stuff up, who knows what's going to get caught in the crossfire. Oh man. That's going to be hilarious. That's also why I want to talk about stuff on the side too. Like, we just every now and then tuck off into some Minecraft or something. Because by any means, like I said, I don't want this video to turn into one of those videos where it feels like we're just covering the same old thing that happens every day. Anyways, this is more just to raise awareness and bring a notice to the channels that are already helping with already helping with these kinds of issues, who have bigger pull and stuff like that. I just realized how far behind you guys are. Looking over there at the screen since my mom walked in. And I know how to build a TNT cannon that's 50 by 50 large. It launches TNT 20k blocks away and shoots out 20 TNT at the same time. Also, what about Blizzard and what do I like? Okay, two things. One, be careful with that cannon, Sealy, because like I said, if you breach... Here's the thing, keep in mind, Sealy, let this so you can keep yourself reserved while you fight James. If you breach that SCP containment facility, I will find out how to mod on PlayStation somehow, and I will make your life a living hell. Anyways, it's like one of those things I wish I could do. I need to be able to do animation in the future. Some of these videos I will like to record in the future so I can animate them. Because I want to do, that would have been perfect for that, one of those crazy USB mods are not... Oh! Good to know! Good to know. Because I know for a fact there's an actual SCP mod on the PC. I'll get one that I can actually put real players in. Or not. I can put RL Craft and your world. Yeah, no, well, that, duh. I mean, now that if that's possible, then yeah, I don't know. Don't challenge my modding skill. It's a fight you won't win. Don't challenge me. I may suck at survival, but that's one thing I did do once on a friend's PC with Minecraft. Because he had tons of mods for it. It's the most ridiculous thing you can mod ever. Just try me, bro. I actually have modded a lot of things, to be honest. I've modded a lot of RTS games. Modding's not something I'm in a gray area with. When it comes to games. I've just never done it on console. Because I don't know how. But apparently James says USB mods. Thank you for telling me that. Yo, Kyle Vlogs. Welcome, welcome. But, welcome, Kyle Vlogs. Welcome. Hello. But back to the thing I wanted to touch on real quick to answer Celia's question about what I was talking about and raising awareness for, as far as like other YouTubers are trying to protect us against big companies and stuff like that, that kind of seem like they try to pull the wool and they say one thing and then wait several months later or maybe a year later and like, oh no, according to this data, we're going to do this now, even though it was completely against what we said we would never do. But stuff like that. And then, the Blizzard one's a little different. That one was a Bethesda mod. I mean, reference. But, how did you know my name? It says it on YouTube when you type it into the chat. We all can see it in the chat when you type it. It's, I guess it's set to your primary... Yeah, it means that's what you have set to your primary YouTube name. But USB mods are not great, but they work. Oh, I mean, I'll find a way to make them great. I'll find a way to make them work somehow. I don't know. It probably won't work. I'll try it anyways. I'll figure it out. I'll look up a YouTube video, something. There's got to be a video on how to do it for console Minecraft somewhere. They didn't send any notifications. I know they didn't, Raven. That's why we're a little bit smaller than normal tonight, but that's fine. I'm giving it a little bit of time before I really get into the important stuff for tonight. Giving a few minutes here. But welcome, Raven. Sup, bro? Sup? Or not. Beware that some mods can erupt. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. That's why I'll look up the ones that can and cannot. That's why I don't like modding console, because console's too easy to break with mods. That's why it's always better to do it on PC. It's growing from small to big. Oh god. It's like small grin. Big grin. Also, Farseer said she won an impossible battle. Nice! Take that how you please. LOL. Oh man, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for the toes up buttons, everybody. It's a little laggy as usual, but it's YouTube. It's fine. Welcome everybody. Welcome back. Looks like we might soon have enough to start talking about. So let's talk about Blizzard and Smite or not. Why are we talking about Smite? Smite's not Blizzard. Smite is high res. My brain went dumb. Smite is high res, not Blizzard. So Smite has nothing to do with it. It's fine. Smite's not affected by this. Smite is high res. 463 Dark Elves versus 3061 something. James told me Smite though. I mean, it's easy to confuse the two because their names sound very familiar, but no, Smite is not Blizzard. No, actually it's something you're going to hate far worse, silly, because I already technically told you I was going to do that. And James is right. I never said I was right. That's funny. But no, no. What affects what you're not going to like, Celia, is the fact that I'm going to have to kind of not do Blizzard games now, just to kind of. I know I'm a small YouTuber and I don't have a lot of pull. Don't get me wrong. I'm tiny, literally and figuratively. So, you know, hey, I may not have a lot of pull, but at the same time, I'm still gonna give my all and give my part to this situation, and we're not going. Yeah, get it face bombed. Yeah, thank you. Because I was surprised that I won. Want me to post it on Discord? Yeah, go ahead, Farseer. Yeah, I definitely want to see that win. He didn't say what you were fighting 3,000 of, but that still sounds like a good. You shouldn't have won that, but you did. Nice. Also, but yeah. So, Sealy, that means there's never going to be a StarCraft episode. I'm going to start with the bad news. There's never going to be a StarCraft episode until this fixes itself. Or a Warcraft episode, or any of the such like. There will be nothing associated with Blizzard on the channel. If it even hints that they're involved in it, I'm gonna, even if I like it, I have to say, nope. I'm good. Huh?
Fix it up there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I love you.
I love you. Call me if you need me. Actually, go ahead and take my headset off. I actually don't need it for this part. Hold on one second, everybody. Let me take this headset off my head. Because it's going to be late after my mom's got to head out. Near. Oh. It don't matter what my hair looks like. It's late. It's late hair. Light hair. Alright, thank you.
I'm trying.
Alright. Oh, okay. What's the part? No, well, like, what do you mean? I told you. I won't sadly be doing any StarCraft or any Blizzard. Also, but to point out, I just want to... Wait, let me read chat real quick. With low casualties are that nice. Alright, call me if you need me, Mom. And she didn't have a legendary lord. Nice, you posted it? I'm gonna actually take a look at it real quick, everybody. Please mosey on over here real quick, like. I just want to see this picture real quick. Where is it? There it is. Oh well. Oh, it was against Skaven. Some darned archers. No, what did you? Yeah, you had one set of them. See what I mean? This is now okay. To put it into perspective for everybody, I just looked at a picture. We had an episode where I played as, or a series where I'm playing as Ikit Claw, and I've already decided we are not fighting the Dark Elves or the High Elves. I just saw a picture of why. One unit. I think those were Dark Shards, right? Those one archers you had. One unit of Dark Shards. I bet you they got most of the kills. It looked like, and it's like there was only one. They savaged probably majority of those rats themselves. That's horrible. That's horrible. This is why I'm not... I mean, maybe with Ikit it would be a lot easier, but still... Oh my god. That is why you do not fight the High Elves or the Dark Elves with the Skaven if you can avoid it. And Sealy says, oh, I see, I don't care about StarCraft, I completely forgot you told me about it. Okay, well, that's fine then. And then that doesn't affect anybody then, because it doesn't affect me not doing it. I beat it a long time ago when this craziness wasn't going on, and they... I hate to say it like this, stood for something different. I'm not saying it's the whole company, by the way. More than likely, these are higher-ups in the company who sit behind a desk with this is just a cliche, this is not real or legitimate image, but sitting there with a cigar in their mouth like kind of like that. That's kind of what I see, but it's not all the employees either. I want to make that very clear. I'll explain that in a second. I want to make it very clear before I explain this. I don't want anyone to go out there and like harass employees or something like that. This is for anybody watching me, anybody who sees this or sees any of the big boy videos, because that's not what we're out here to do. We're just out here to raise awareness, to protect ourselves from purchasing products that we're going to be lied about to. That's all. That is literally all. And that's for Bethesda. But for Blizzard, let's get into Blizzard first because they're the biggest elephant in the room. They have caused the most trouble in everywhere in social media for the last couple of weeks. Why? Now remember, I don't have all of the important facts, so once again, before I say this, I'm going to refer you guys to Yu Ying, Y-U-E. I'm going to type his, I hope this doesn't get it, I hope YouTube doesn't remove this. I'm giving a shout out, YouTube. If you hear me, I am sanctioning this on my video. It's fine. I'm just typing in Yu Ying's thing. So he can get his proper well, they didn't sell out US Blizzard. Hold on, I'll explain the details in a minute. I do know at least the basic details to keep it from getting confused. They didn't sell out the US. The US has nothing to do with this. I want that to be perfectly clear too, because I don't want anyone to think that this is some kind of government bullcrud. This, for once, this is just a dumb company making a dumb decision. This is just Blizzard making the dumbest decision. Oh, they remove it? Never mind then. Alright, well then, it's Y-U-E-Y-I-N-G. Capital Y, then lowercase U-E. Oh, well, yeah. If you're talking about the fans. But you got to be careful with that, because someone could read that as Blizzard sold US out for China money. It says us, but some people, you never know with people. You got to be specific with stuff like this, because there's a whole country involved in this discussion. So we have to be careful what we say. No, Yu Ying. Like, if I type it, it's not going to do it, I don't think. I don't know how to type. Is there a way to add a message in here? Wait a second. Can I add... nope. Trying to figure it out. 1 second, guys. Let's take that off for a second. Can I add a letter? I don't remember how to do these. Add. Edit overlays. It's been a while since I've done this. Text. I'm just trying to bring up. No, I want to type. Dang it, that's not what I wanted. Okay, get back out of that. Let me bring the camera back up. That's not what I wanted. Alright, I was trying to figure out how to type. No, that's not what happened, silly jeez. Now YouTube send the notifications. Yeah, it is getting better. I think it's catching back up again. But how long have we been going? So this time it was 30 minutes late. So last time it was 2 hours late. It seems to be getting better. Day before, Yang Yi. Yeah, Yang Yi. There you go. Yang Yi. I was saying it wrong. Yu Ying. Sorry. Yang Yi. I almost spelled it completely. I was actually fixing to look it up anyways on my side over here, because I was no way for me to type it. And I think since Twal spaced it out, it didn't recognize it. So that right there, what Twal typed is the person y'all want to check out. He has all the juicy details and what you need to know about the situation. But the basics are, essentially, I don't really know the details about it, but there was a Blizzard event with Blitzchung, who is like a very famous, I think, streamer and tournament person. I don't know who he is because I've never watched his stuff, personally. But he was, all that's as important is, he won, I think, a tournament. In his winning speech, he said freedom for China, basically, stuff like that. Saying, hey, I want freedom for the Chinese people. And all of a sudden, Blizzard comes out of nowhere and says, nope, we're going to take all of your prize money and everything, and we're going to use it for our own means, our own whatever. Who knows what they did with it? I don't even want to know. That's not the point. I honestly thought I was going to lose the battle, but I wanted the case the most. but I wanted to case the most damage to the Skaven as possible. I mean, that was... I mean, I don't doubt it. I've seen what Dark Elves and Light Elves do, but back to the Blizzard thing real quick. Yeah, it's very shady in the fact that it happened, and then they've done all kinds of things to make it even worse, and no cause whatsoever to it. Yeah, and it is very low for them because they only did that because they were afraid, and I'll say it even on my video, I'm not afraid of anybody. They were only doing that because they were afraid to lose, I guess, business deals they had with China, or the Chinese government, I guess. I don't really know officially what about that part, but apparently they had some kind of... Farseer's like, don't correct me, Raven. What was I going to say? But yeah, essentially... Oh, I'm sorry, my brain, I got distracted. Hold on, let me get my brain reorganized. Whoop! Hold on. Essentially what it is basically a guy tried to stand up for people's rights, who is, I think he's actually from China as well. So it's like, okay, then he, doesn't that just make sense? I mean, he's trying to help his people. And then they just come out of nowhere, and then for, like I said, for the money, which is sadly seems to be a big thing in this country. For the money, they took all of his stuff to try to protect themselves. Yeah, basically. But here's the thing. I want to point something out, Raven, though. China did not twist Blizzard's arm. They do not live there. Their home company is not there. That is... It's different if you live there. I can understand if you were forced, because if you live in it, and you have to deal with it, and... you never know what that could happen. Who knows? But they aren't affected by that. The only reason why they did that is they were going to lose money. Boo-hoo, Blizzard. You're a huge company. And I'm talking to the big boys once again. I want to iterate one more time. The employees themselves, not all of them, were involved in this. Who knows how many weren't and were anyways. So we can't judge the company as a whole. We're only going off of some, more than likely, CEO suit wearer behind a desk who made a decision because he saw dollar bills. And that's all. Because that's all people in those positions do to begin with. And that's kind of a part of the issue with our industry in general, but that's a whole nother topic of another time. But... That's the biggest elephant in the room, but yeah, thank you. I want to give a shout out to Twal for All if you want to check him out. He's an amazing, just like James, he's an amazing Minecraft player. He's awesome to watch. He's got everything. He's pretty much done everything at this point. I bet an entitled parent started. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It could be, but it's dumb. I don't think so, and I think I get your joke. By the way, James, I get it. I get your joke. But I think this is a bigger issue. I think this issue is a more of a... Oh, they are. Yeah, I know they are, bruh. The statue out front. This is even in one of Yang Yi's videos. The statue out front... by the way, since I said it wrong in the beginning, shout out to Yang Yi and his channel. Since I said it wrong in the beginning of the video, because I'm a dum-dum. Because I've been keeping track of this through Yang Yi, because he is now my go-to guy for stuff like this, which will bring us to our Bethesda thing next in a little bit. Yeah, they have not been handling this well at all. They're losing fan base. The statue out front, which said "People First," has been covered up. It's all hell is broken loose inside of Blizzard. And outside of Blizzard. Outside for sure. But inside is somewhat as well from what I'm hearing. There's employees that are striking. There's all kinds of bad stuff. I hate to say this. And I don't want to say this. Because Blizzard was awesome. Don't remind me of Raven neighbor James. Wait. I'll try not to. Even their response was a complete joke. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. all of the responses have been just this hollow, you can tell, written on a desk by some guy who doesn't give a damn about the situation. He's making millions of dollars every minute, and it's awful. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. What we're at. And it's like I said, this is more of raising awareness, which brings me to what we have to do. Which is why I said there is no longer going to be any Blizzard-associated products on my channel. Ever. And I mean ever. Until they fix this debacle and show they actually give a darn about what's happening, it ain't happening. It is not happening. Or that, or well, no, maybe a government official. I wouldn't say a person, because the people of China don't think that. Like I said, it's all about government. I hate to say it, but today's society is no longer. I mean, there is still some other discriminations going on, but in the world, there's plenty of them. But sadly, today's main problem is it's essentially people versus the government now. No matter where you look, it's because the two are becoming extremely separated because we do not believe in the same ways of progressing as a people towards the future. Some believe money is still the controlled future of all power and the future of all humanity. And, well, I know at least 90% of another populace that doesn't believe in that. And technically it would be 99 to 1, but I still feel like there might be at least a 10% margin. But still, that being said, that's another topic for another time. It comes down to the same thing, though. That's why I was hinting at that. But let's come to the smaller elephant. Let's come to the smaller elephant in the room. Bethesda. But we're not surprised about this one, are we? Because this one has been happening for a good minute now. Reused graphics engines, all kinds of stuff. And now we have an even bigger one. Oh! Oh, man. But, greed is the root of all evil. I agree, Sealy. Basically, it's government don't listen to people and makes money and people don't like it, and that's how the right... Yeah, but that's also how new governments are started at some point. I'm not saying there's going to be one anytime soon, but that's kind of how Rome fell in a way, even though it was attacked from a secret army. The reason why Rome fell so easily is, one, it wasn't united. Nobody in Rome, everybody was stabbing each other in the back in Rome. It was like a competition. Who can stab the other person quickest? and it's like, it was crazy. And sadly, it somewhat feels like it's almost at that peak somewhat. And it's kind of scary sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. Gladys. Hi. Welcome, Gladys. Hello. Hello. Welcome, Gladys. Welcome back, bro. Whatever happened to people control, remember, and decide. That's only technically supposed to be us, but once again, that's a subject for another time. Because that's a huge... That's not an elephant. That's a cruise ship sitting behind me inside the kitchen. So, well, that one will have... That question we'll have to save for another stream, Sealy. That's too loaded of a question to answer in this stream. That will have to be a devoted stream for that. And that may not come for a while because that big question is not something someone of, sadly, my stature can really do anything about right now. But, let's just say it all has to do with the money. That's all I can say. It's a big boy question, or not? It is. That's why I said that's one I can't sadly do. Because, one, I'm small. Literally and figuratively. So, when you playing Friday the 13th game? I won't be playing. I don't think I'll play. I don't know. I might play it, Gladys, but I haven't really thought about playing that game, and I haven't re-downloaded it. If they did patch it, that's cool, but I don't know. I'm saving my energy for the Predator game that's like Friday the 13th, where you get to play either 4 Marines trying to survive and, I guess, kill the Predator, possibly. Maybe they're just trying to get out of there alive. and maybe one of the options, much like in Friday the 13th, is to kill the Predator. I'm waiting for that game. I don't know. Friday the 13th did kind of lost its taste for me after there was a ton of people cheating in it. Plus, after I found out, unlike Xbox, we don't have proximity chat, so we can't actually feel the fear of not having anyone hear you nearby until they're actually near you on the map, or they have a walkie-talkie. Like, it sucks. I don't know. I like the game itself, but it's come to the place where I think it's just reached its peak. Communism cannot survive without suppression. That's true. But also keep in mind, and this is why I say this question is going to be for another time, for the one that Sealy asked specifically. Whatever happened to the people are supposed to be the ones that make the final decision. Because it's not just communism. I'm going to say that right now, Farseer. It's not just communism. They aren't the only ones. There could be other things that are done better in certain places. That's all I'm going to say. But once again, that's a subject for another time. What do you say? Ardnot, we need Liberty Prime. Exactly. We need Liberty Prime. Instead of Gaming Prime should change his name to Liberty Prime. I'm going to tell him that. But it's true, though. The freedom-loving robot need to give a speech. Oh, God. Oh, man. That's great. No, I understood what you said. I know it messed up your typing, but I know what you said. That's funny. But alright, let's go on to the Bethesda one real quick. Let's go to the lesser elephant in the room for tonight's other raising awareness for things for people. Oh yeah, I know. I see, and that's ironic considering we're talking about Bethesda. So alright, to Fallout 76 we go. Alright, if I had animation powers, we would just zoom over to like me in like a desolate wasteland in the background, like once upon a time. No, but seriously though, make Liberty Prime a Gundam. Nobody messes with that bad boy. Ooh. I don't know what Gundam I could use. Oh, it would probably have to be one of the Gundam units. You know, the ones that have Gundam Unit 5, Unit 4, Unit 3, Unit 2, and Unit 1? It would probably be one of those. Probably even the one you have, James, technically. The Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime Gundam. What color would it be, though, I wonder? But while you're thinking about that in your head, I'm gonna, let me see. Let me continue where I was at. But basically, I would cut to like some kind of crazy background, but it doesn't matter. To the Bethesda thing, where apparently, which I didn't know this either because I don't even play Democracy, Life, Communism, Death. Democracy is life, once again, this is a very touchy subject because that's why I don't want to cover it right now for that one specifically, because democracy is also something I don't think we fully truly understand, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't think humanity's fully made a full democratic society. Because of what it actually means, if you look at its core definition. We kind of used to at some point, and that's all I'm gonna say. But now it's very different. A crimson red with a jet black color scheme. I already have one like that, but okay. I'll make it that color. I haven't made a Gundam that color yet, though. I have my Gabaldi is that color. Gabaldi. But that is a good color scheme. What about, did anyone else make a color scheme? Liberty Prime famous quote. Oh, God. That would be hilarious. Yeah, could you imagine a Gundam? That would be so proper. We might as well call it Propaganda Gundam. I hate to say that, but that when you say it like that, it does sound like it's no different than any other type of government. Because you're literally making it sound like, this is life, this is death, when you say that, it sounds like the one on the top that says is life is just as bad as the one on the bottom. So it's like, yeah, it's just crazy. But apparently in Fallout 76, they were going to, which they still are in a way, but this doesn't change anything. It doesn't fix what they've already also decided to do on top of that. They had went on, and once again, you can see all of this on Yang Yi's site if you want to check out the details for it. But apparently, they were going to add NPC units and NPC characters and stuff like that to make it feel like the original Fallouts. And they were going to add in repair kits and stuff like that, just like in the original Fallouts that were needed. Here's the catch that they decided to do. According to the data they analyzed, that they couldn't say what the data was. Once again, you can see this all in Yang Yi's video. Is not in the UK, silly. This sums up the world money is everything, and without it, you're dead. Actually, no. Technically, the UK is getting better with it. Technically, at this point, and I hate to say this, like, they're somewhat less strenuous with theirs. They're a little more strict on some things that seem a little odd. But then again, I don't know, some things are better over there too. So, I don't know. It's a tomato thing, but he is right, Sealy. In the UK, it's not as bad as it is in other places. It's still bad, but not as bad. Well, that's what I said. The UK is surprisingly making the first strides. They're making a lot of the first strides, along with Australia. See my confusion? That's not a joke either. I actually do mean that. And Canada sometimes. Yeah, and it does depend on where. But that's for everywhere. But even then, UK has more generalized areas that are nicer and less corrupt than some other places in the world. Japan, I don't know. I feel bad for Japan because everyone's like, oh, Japan's this, Japan's that. Japan's technically not their own independent person anymore. Japan has been messed up for quite a while. Like, I feel bad for Japan because they have it. They have all that technology and they have all of that, but they also have to answer to a lot of the trade market to keep them going with us. And also China. But, so it's like, I feel kind of bad for them. Japan's more of like, they're just trying to live their lives. No one worries. Japan's just cool people who are just trying to live life and trying to get through their difficult ways of going through things, man. I don't know. Japan's an awesome place, but when you do actually look at the statistics and the stuff that goes on, you can kind of see why it happens, though. Because business is really important over there over a lot of things, stuff like that. Some things are just, They're basically, sadly I hate to say it, a giant workhorse for two other countries. And I don't agree with that, to be honest. I never have. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But that's because Japan, like I said, Japan's in an odd place. They're trapped in between two very large powers who are constantly struggling for their attention and for whatever they have and trade and all that. Like I said, it all boils down to money. All of it. Whether it be video game AAA, up to a government, down to a small indie company, to anything. It all boils down to money when someone does something sadly shady. That's the best way to put it. At least they make legendary shows. Harsh, but true. That is very true. That is very true. I mean, some of my favorite childhood shows: Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, technically, but that was later on. Tons of them. Tons of them. Yu Yu Hakusho, whoever knows that one. My brain is melting. It's like Gundam, Dragon Ball Z, but sometimes it's too much. Like they up huge balloon or go over train track. Yeah, but that's their anime. That's just their type of animation style they have. That's just Japanese animation at its heart. But I do have to say there are some things that you do see that they're like what's happening in the real world is spills over into their anime sometimes. Because have you ever noticed? This is gonna sound real bad. Have you ever noticed how it's distinguished in an American, how an American female looks in an anime? Yeah, just don't. Just if you haven't, just don't worry about it. And I'm not saying it's just us. It's more based of just it's crazy. Oh, you're talking about their crazy shows and stuff. That's just a part of the business aspect, Seeley. Entertainment sells. This is also why I can't hate or front against this. As a YouTuber, when you grow big enough, when the fans if you have supportive fans and you look out for your fans and you keep them entertained and you're there for them when you need to be and when you can be as a YouTuber, you're still an entertainer at the end of the day as well. I want to say that. As a YouTuber, you are still an entertainer at the end. Well, some of us. Young Yi's more of like a news, what's left of journalism in this place. Because like there's very little real journalism left, by the way, either, who actually tell the truth and speak it like it is, but he does. And he's one of the few people who does, so kudos to him. I love him to death. I may not be able to. I said his name wrong earlier because I just recently started watching him a ton because I got caught in with like everybody else being surprised by like what happened with Blizzard, because no one ever expects Blizzard of doing anything. Like seriously, it's always either Bethesda, EA, Activision, or my control is low. I'm just gonna turn it off. We don't need it. Balloon Her. Yeah, I know what you mean. Is he like Killer Meme Star but new news version? Maybe. I don't know who that is, James. I don't think I've watched that guy before because I haven't heard that name before, but maybe. Peter from Vanilla will save us and Homer. Technically, in a way, maybe. I don't know. No, it's Yang Yi. Twal corrected me. I'll type it in there now that Twal corrected me. 1 second. I'll type it again, just so everyone can see it. I do highly recommend, if you are interested in supporting this and making sure you know all the facts to protect yourself as well from all of what's been going on, definitely check out that guy right there. No, that's not right either, Seeley. I typed it in there. It's right there. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let me go up to Twal's message and make sure I typed that right. Young Yeet. I mean, he might as well be a yeet. He yeets people right out the window with his awesome logic and brain. Trust me, I am astonished on how good at digging he is. I thought I was obsessed with digging when I used to do stuff like that. No. Yang Yi is a go-getter. And I am too, but like I said, I don't want my channel to devolve into something to that. And I'm not trying to make that sound like a bad word either. What I mean that for me is, that's not just who I am. I'm more of raising awareness and stuff. So when I go looking for the facts, most of the time it just pisses me off. So when I see it, because I'm a consumer myself, and when it comes to Bethesda, I actually did spend that money on Fallout 76. And now we're getting gypped in the booty. So there's that. Yeah, I spelled it right. Wanted to make sure I spelled it right. At least YouTube didn't remove it. Lokir needs to conquer the High Elves, Lizardmen, Bretonia, Orcs, Dwarves, and the Empire for long-term victory plus the Wood Elves. Jeez. Lokir has some huge requirements. Game Theory versus Young Yi in terms of research. Young Yi's going to win that. Game Theory is not for political news. Or I guess you could call it gaming political news. So political gaming news. Basically, the closest thing to what political news for the gaming industry it gets. Game Theory is they only do theories on games. Like what they think is the story of a game. I don't even think Game Theory does reviews or touches on games, whether they cheat you or whether they're worth the money or not, or whether you should wait or stuff like that. I tried to do that for you guys on my channel just by playing the game myself, because if I can't always waste the money, but when I do have the extra money, I'm willing to take the risk, because that way I can show you guys if this game is worth it. If it isn't, you don't have to waste your hard-earned money, because that's what it is. And that's something these companies are not respecting, whether they be AAA companies or indie companies. They're not respecting the fact that we're spending our hard-earned money that we would normally use to, well, not all of us are as hard off as I am sometimes, but we spend our hard-earned money on these games and on these DLCs and on these things in confidence, because we think your game's going to be good. But then when they turn around and make promises and then go back and completely break those promises and then say, now we're going to charge you even more, you need to pay us more money, when you're already a AAA company. And no offense, yes, games have gotten more expensive to make, but not that more expensive. Not in the comparison of what a AAA company already is. At least not until something big boy changes. Maybe with the PS5, maybe further on down the road. But I don't know. I made peace with Ickett Ardnot. Matt does touch on real world game really. Oh, he does? I didn't know if he did or not. I don't watch game theories as much. But yeah. Microtransactions and loot boxes are the death of all games. Well, not all games. A free-to-play game can get away with it, and it's okay, and I'm okay with it. Because it's free-to-play. I didn't pay for the game. But Fallout 76, Battlefront 2, when it did it, don't ever go back, Star Wars, you hear me? All the other companies are making huge mistakes, EA. Right now, you look like a golden flower in the bed of rose bushes. So, don't screw it up. You hear me, EA? Don't mess it up. Every other company out here is making huge, horrible decisions. EA, you've been doing good so far. Don't mess up Battlefront now. You've been doing great. So far, all the changes are amazing. Skull Crusher! But, yes, microtransactions for a game that you already paid $60 for, especially on PlayStation, is never okay. And I do mean never okay. Yo! Sup, Skull Crusher? Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Is Capcom the last of the kind of good? No, technically Capcom isn't great either. But to be honest, at this point, here's the thing. And this is what it's boiling down to. And this is what I hate about what's happened to a lot of AAA companies. It's no longer whether... Are they a good company? Are they better than all the rest of the bad companies? Because at this point, it's a tomato. Is it bad? Is it good? THQ Nordic. There you go. That's probably the only one left. Because they'll even admit they don't have a lot of money. Oh man. I found out what loot boxes are based off of something to do with animals and how much they press the button or something like that. Look it up. If you pay $60 for a game, you should get the game, not half of it. Exactly. I agree, Twal. And that's what I'm saying. Anything that you have to pay $60, especially $60, anything of that and above, it's guaranteed you better not make me pay for anything else that's not expanding the game more than it already had. And it better already have a full base game for me to play and enjoy for my hard-earned money. Not be like, oh, guess what? Now we're going to add a ton of stuff that improves the game, but guess what? You have to use premium cash to get it. Yeah. It's like that. It's like those old... You ever seen the 50s and or the 40s and the 50s? Back when they used to use military posters like, we want you. It feels like that. And it's really scary and sad. It feels like, we know you wanted loot boxes, right? And like, no. Nobody wanted loot boxes. They even twisted the words in Yang Yi's video of Bethesda's twist around. They said, we know y'all, we heard from the fans. They twisted our words and said, we heard from you fans and said, you wanted more game-changing elements in the game, so now we're going to add them to the Atom Shop, just like you wanted. No. No, Bethesda. It's a $60 game. We wanted it in Fallout, like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and the rest of the Fallouts you've ever made that were actually decent and worth our time and our money we spent on you. So no. That is not what we said. What we said is we wanted real game mechanics in a N76 because it's literally not a game. It's literally not a game. You go around doing absolutely nothing. You grind forever and eternity to get anything done because the way the system works. Because they do this on purpose. Because now they probably had it planned the whole time to endorse this new, oh, now there's going to be things to make gameplay easier and not as grindy. But guess what? You need premium currency and atom points, which can be earned through challenges. Which, as y'all know, and if you haven't, once again, it was in the Yang Yi video about this, they patched the challenges in 76, and I was there for that patch. They patched the challenges in 76 where you earn less atoms. Which, if you don't know what atoms are the premium currency that are going to be used for the microtransactions. So, essentially, they have blackballed us, I guess is the best word. They have said, they said they were going to do one thing a long time ago, and there was even a release and statements released by Bethesda and one of their creators saying 76 will never, a lot of other companies have crossed the microtransaction line. We will never cross that line. But yet, a year or two later now, however old 76 is now, according to all of our data that we have found, we're going to do microtransactions. Something we said we'd never do. Good job, Bethesda. You failed. Game over. But here's the thing also, though, at RDOT. In your eyes, what do you think of Monster Hunter and its $30 expansion? That's fine, because there was a full game for Monster Hunter to begin with. There was a game that I could buy, play it, see an entire story, hunt a ton of monsters I don't know, tons of content, tons of weapons, tons of stuff like that, and then then they released something that is basically a $60 game in itself, but for half the price. Capcom may be dumb sometimes, but like I said, compared to others, even EA and Capcom at this point are starting to look like the good guys. Because every other company is making them look real nice because they're making the worst decisions you could make as a company in no matter what you're designing, whether it be games to wooden chairs. They are making the worst type of decision, and that's going against your consumer. How can you make business money as a business if you basically ruin all of your relationship with the people buying your product? There is no company if there is no consumer. It almost feels like we have crazy people running these companies now. because it doesn't feel logical. It almost feels like it's being intentionally done sometimes. It just because it feels so crazy. It's like what right man or woman in a CEO position would make some of the decisions Bethesda or Blizzard, as a bigger example, have made? Who? And what are you thinking? If at all. But let me go back and read chat here. Full game price. Okay, so Raven says, I want a full game at the original price, and the DLC better be worth every penny. Looks at Monster Hunter. Damn, that's too bad. Raven about Monster Hunter series. Now, Monster Hunter series is actually pretty decent. I played Black Desert, so I don't know. It's cheaper to buy the premium with everything on it on the UK than it is to buy a standard US game. Yeah, I know it is. And I grinded the hell out of the game, US game. At Ardnot, I already read that. Ardnot, explain how you can mod authors. How can mod authors can make a game better than a publisher? Because these days, most mod authors are fresh out of college. I didn't get to finish, sadly, but basically like me, have taken a little bit of everything in game programming, programming, level design, story concept, game design itself, which is like the thing as a whole. So concepting a game from day one, writing it down, getting what you're doing, all that, but yada yada yada. But and that's what I'm saying. For most free games and indie games today, there are a couple of examples. Like I said, if you want to hear an example of one, check out IGP's channel as well. So shout out to IGP as well, because he shouted out something recently as well, but he also said we are not going to discuss this in a large detail, which I agree with him. If you want to see what he's talking about, check him out. But basically, it's not technically just AAA companies anymore. There are some indie areas that are being affected, but it's not as likely. It usually doesn't get affected as much, because indie is a smaller realm. You do have to watch out for certain bad things, but it's a smaller realm than the big boys. Game design was hard. I moved course. Huh? Yeah, it's not easy. Game designing is not an easy course. As you can tell, like I said, I didn't finish, sadly. It was mostly because since I have an LD and I take longer to figure things out, it took me a few tries on some classes to pass it, because I didn't understand quite everything, how it worked and how it went together, because I go to A to C instead of A, B, C, because that's how learning disability works. It's like, I just want to jump the gun and go like, I don't care about B, I want to go straight to the end, but without no way of getting there. So it's like just running off a cliff constantly. So the best way to explain it is how my LD works and from my learning disability. But so I have a hard time learning things. So it took me forever to get anything right. So I had to repeat some classes. I think it's raining. Sorry, I heard water. I had to repeat some classes several times, especially programming. I had to do programming 3 times to make sure I actually understood it, and I actually can say I know a bit of coding. Which is why when I watched that video, I was like, I kind of laughed at it. I was like, wow, yep. Because I mean, I've made a small game for my college. It was a part of one of my classes. You had to code a game by the end of the semester. Your own small indie game. I did. It was a little clown game I made. It was a psycho clown, yes, if you had to ask. EA is just bad, if not worse. The only reason why the backed off Battlefront was because Disney said they would shut them down if they didn't quit messing with the customers. That's true. But they're also being forced to not touch. I mean, I guess that means for all Star Wars things too. Because I've seen the new Star Wars game, and I do have... Now that I've seen actual gameplay, I'm very hyped. We're basically going to be getting a Dark Souls Star Wars. but with really good sword fighting mechanics. But, I mean, yeah, EA is still a bad company. I'm not going to protect them in any way. They still make... I don't want to say it. What's a good word? I can't say the word because I'm trying to practice not getting demonetized for the future. So, crummy. They make horrible and crummy decisions. I was going to say the S word, but then I realized no. I took some classes in animating. I see that I'm good at. I'm decent at animating. I know a little bit about animating already. That's one I actually took that class last, right before before they canceled my FAFSA because I was taking too long. Wait a minute. Hold on, I missed something. For free. Why don't small companies hire these people? I modded Stellaris for Raven. Scum. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Farseer. They don't care about that. They want to push out a quick product to make them a couple millions of dollars, and then boom, move to the next product, not giving a crud. Because what they try to do is lure you into false sense. And I'll tell you someone else who's guilty of this, but on a more subtle level. Ubisoft. I still somewhat support them on certain things. But I'm somewhat getting to the point I don't really play much of their stuff anymore either. Because they're doing the same thing, just way more subtly. They'll make it. We'll use the AC series as an example. Nice man, made me some hentai. Oh God, Skull Crusher, no! No, I'm just kidding. Don't say the H word. It's prohibited. Technically, pictures are prohibited, and mentioning certain things from that world are prohibited. But the word itself is not prohibited. Not in my book. Technically, it just means perverted. Perfect example. FIFA and the other sport companies. Hold up, my boy, I might. But, alright, hold on. But I need to touch on this real quick. I'm not hating on them as bad as the others, because by any means, Ubisoft is still better than some. EA started the war against microtransactions with Battlefront. They did, but keep in mind, because of their own screw-up, they'll never be able to truly go back to that. And you gotta think that every other company must hate EA's guts now. Because of this, now Fallout's gonna die. Because there's no way in hell, with all the with the publicity that it's getting, negative publicity, along with Yang Yi covering it. And this is all EA's. I'm glad they did it, because in a way it's good that they did it, even though it sucked that they did in the first place. Because they did, they already started the war and allowed us to be able to fight against it and end it quicker. Because now we can catch it at a sooner pace. But nice. Do you take card? Or Seaman? Oh God. Oh man. James and Skullcrusher, I think, are gonna be best friends. As of now, in my animation skills, I can already animate pretty good now. Working to improve more, but kinda can't with my drawing tablet being crappy as all my Dragon Balls. Oh God, I like that one. It's all my Dragon Balls. It's Sealy threw one in there himself at the very end. That's cool, Sealy. Nice. If you ever become a big animator in your future, and you still watch my YouTube, let me know. I'll be Jack and you can be Robin. Because I am probably, I don't know, since I'll be mostly doing it myself most of the time, I may just do live streams most of the time. Oh God, here we go. I don't know if Skullcrusher and James can be in the same room. Farseer, why? What Farseer? Wait, what are you saying why to? What, why to the crazy jokes? Just ignore them, Farseer. Skullcrusher and James, I think, have found a new unity. I'll have to see when they come out with their own game. Battlefield 6. I agree. We'll see what happens with Battlefield 6 to see if they go back to their same old bull grubby tactics. But we'll see. If they don't, then maybe they did learn. Maybe they realize, all right, because you gotta look. We also gotta keep in mind they gotta see what's happening to Bethesda, right? They gotta be seeing what's happening to Blizzard, right? So they're probably like, maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we don't want to die and lose our company and go bankrupt. Because it's getting a lot harder to pull the wool over people's eyes because of the internet now. Because of people like Yang Yi and IGP and people like that, you know, helping out and stuff. Damn, drawing tablets are expensive. It puts a nice, it puts a nice dent in my wallet. Sees my wallet dying in a slowly death. Some things must be sacrificed for the greater good. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, I wanted to raise awareness tonight. We have already been going for an hour, so I think now that we're gonna hey, Warlocks up. Since we've been going for at least over an hour now, I think we're gonna start wrapping it down a little bit. We've done what we can for tonight. I guess the best thing I can give y'all from me to all my viewers. Most of you already know this though. Gold Diggers. These companies are diggers. Diggers, YouTube. Just making sure. D. It's not my fault that the bot can't understand English. I didn't want to think I said the other word, because I don't say that word anyways. But it's like, jeez. I spelled it out for it, just in case that robot didn't get it. Orc voice or no orc voice. It's up to you, Warlock. But I think we're gonna, if y'all want to start asking some questions now. Raven says not the voice. And my jokes are getting PG-15. PG-15? Yeah, it's... Okay, that's the one thing... It's like I said. There are a lot of things that I do not agree with, and I do plan on hoping maybe in the future when I'm big enough, because I don't want to start that kind of thing right now, because it's not important right now. Right now, my important thing is to get you guys a part of the family, make sure you all got what you need, and be able to support each other as a community, stuff like that. That comes first. Then after that, when we get big boy pants on, then we'll start making some changes to some things that, mostly in the video game industry, by the way. The other stuff we'll just let that be what it is, and we'll raise awareness for that. But for video games, because I'm in the middle of it, and so are you guys, and so are a ton of other people, and it seems to be basically a national pastime now. Hell, a international pastime at this point. Because I'm pretty sure, except for, sadly, in the smaller countries, most people play video games now. So it's like, the fact that YouTube, I mean, it's kind of dumb to censor a YouTuber when some of the games we're going to be playing in themselves are not censored or are not. It's dumb. I don't know. It's really dumb. It's like I said, that's from our previous subject. All YouTube feels like now is just an advertisement platform and don't feel like an actual like content creation platform anymore. All that money. Skinner looked pathetic. Everyone Skinner looked pathetic. Everyone be prepared for the most terrible grammar in history. Raven, they're calling our jokes. And Luke questions, pathetic, Raven. Oh yeah, the elder warlock, the warlock orc speak has begun. This town can't understand. This town can't understand the better language. I can't even speak it properly right now. I think you're splitting too many of your A's in some of them. Oh, even it's an orc who's been drinking too much grog. What is this little seals saying? Okay, that's a little better. That's better. But okay, I guess now if y'all want to just talk and chill, I don't want this to be total like thick boy atmosphere. I want this to be a little bit lively too. So anything y'all want to ask me, as always, since it is always a Q&A, I put that in the title on purpose. So if anyone has a question they still haven't asked me, or they forgot to ask me in the last one, please go ahead, and I shall answer. Ha! Skull Crushers learned how to speak orc. Let us buy you a pint. And to be honest, it really does. If you really look at orc language, it's basically just extremely bad, either dwarf or Scottish. It's like someone took the Scottish or dwarf language and butchered it even further. So it's like bloop 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 bloop, chop it up even further, and now it's like He's like, all right, boys, let's get us some grog. Like you hear it in the tones. It sounds like you're part Australian, part Scottish, part dwarf, and then part has no idea how to speak English because it's an orc. No, I'm a machine dwarf. You've seen my fortress. If we're gonna do a machine fortress, James, we should do a texture pack that is more technologically oriented or really high tech. Sealy, try Icelandic. I can speak High Gothic. Yeah, that is true. I forget that's a custom language too. At Ardnot. Have you seen West Greenlandic? Their language is unreadable. Yeah, but I mean, so is Icelandic. I mean, Icelandic is kind of unreadable too. There's a few languages in the world that are like that because they're so old and original. What are you doing after the stream? Trying to party up? Check out the world. I'll have to see. It's already 9:30. I don't have my headset on, Twal, so I don't know. I'll have to see. I was probably planning on just chilling and just watching some YouTube. I like to wind down after I do. Also, I like to talk English when I actually know how to speak it. I can speak Eldar. Nice. But I was thinking about probably winding down. It's late where I'm at already. I know it's late where you're at too, but usually by the time it gets this late, I like to wind it down. It's not pathetic, James. I can't lay myself down. Also, I don't know when Mom's coming back and when she can give me my headset. So by the time she gets back, I'll probably be tired. I tried to get into World of Warcraft once, but stopped. If anyone wants to start playing one day, you can find me in the Iron Forge. Well, it won't be me. Like I said, I'm not playing any more Blizzard games because of the issue that they've started. As long as a company is against the rights of a whole entire people for the profit of their company, I will never play. Even though World of Warcraft itself is a good game, and so is StarCraft, and so is Warcraft. I want this to be known right now. I'm not playing these games because they're not because they're bad games. I'm not playing them because their company has decided to be a jerkwad and treat and make a joke out of freedom rights. Yeah, it's not weird stuff. Like I said, I pointed out, I don't know if you were here when we started. I was pointing out earlier when we were talking about Blizzard, if you want to know the details, look up the YouTuber Yong Yi, Yongyea, Yong Yi. But basically, just a quick reiteration. Basically, Blizzard punished someone who was trying to speak out for the Chinese people during his tournament win, during a BlizzCon or something like that, and they took his prize money away just because he spoke out against the Chinese people, and because, or not against the Chinese government. I misspoke there. Because he spoke out against the Chinese government, and I think because Blizzard has business dealings with them, as far as like probably, I don't know, shareholdings, who knows? I don't know how that works. I don't do all that. All I know is it had to do with the money. Because they were afraid they were going to lose money, they punished the little guy to keep from losing their trade deal or whatever the bull it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the deal is. What matters is they slapped the people in the face, their community in the face, when Blizzard has a statue sitting in front of their building with a ring around it where one of the plaques says, "People First," which is now covered up. So, yeah. But that's the only reason why you will not see Blizzard games on my channel anymore. At least until they try to fix it, if they ever fix it. They may never fix it. They may decide, screw that, we're going to do what we want. Which is up to them. Why is your leg so small? I was born like this. Actually, yeah, I mean, they are small. They're more, I guess for my body size, they don't look small, but I'm small. Like, everywhere except one place, I'm small. You can take that how you want. Because, I'm a short dude. I'm in a wheelchair. I got short legs. Nobody can understand native seal. I can understand it. It's just the language of the Ree. Can anyone see my post in Eldar language? Oh, let me go look. No, I cannot. Unless it... Hold on. It might have removed it. Let me go up and see if I see anything. Hold on. Small body, big What are you saying to me, James? What did you call me? I'm just kidding. I can, but I can't understand shit. Oh, whoops, I just said the S word. Demonetized! Well, we tried. Let me see if I can find... I'm leaving Warlock to do his thing. I don't see it, Warlock. I can speak Eldar. A language that will confuse everyone in chat. Warlock. See, I can't see it. It didn't show up on my chat. Can you stand up? No, Satwell. Don't freak out, everybody. I'm not gonna fall out of my chair. Hold on. Kinda. Not really. I can hop. Bunny hop. I can bunny hop. But I have a decent amount of movement, to be honest, in my body. I just can't. I don't have the strength to stand on my legs. They're not really built up enough. I'm working on that. I also have fusion and rods in my back, and part of my back, so it makes it a little bit heavier to carry the top weight on my body. So as you can see, I sway kind of slow sometimes. I can do it fast, but it takes a lot of force to do so. And sometimes it can hurt. But you do care by responding to my comments, James. To seal it, nobody cares. Do you play video games or your feet? Oh yeah, that's what I've been doing on the channel this most of this time. It says Farseer. Wait. It says Farseer was Master Phoenix Lord. I didn't even see. Well, here's the thing. I didn't even see the text. Like I didn't even see. I don't have any arms. I was born like this. There are no arms. These are my shoulders right here. These little chicken wings. That's what I call them. They're not really chicken wings. They're just shoulders. I look at them as chicken wings. I see a love appearing, James and Sealy. Oh man. But no, I don't have any arms like Nikki plays. I was born like this. Don't care about these nuts, James. Got him! Like, what? That's not how that works, Sealy. You're not supposed to say it. You're supposed to get them to say these nuts. God, I got a lot to teach you about punning. The pun master. I'm not a pun master. How do you even play with your feet? I just like this. I play like this. It sits on my tray. I play with different buttons. I push it against my tray like so. Like that. But I also customize my controls because just like PC, Xbox does this now too. I just didn't know it. But technically on console and all of the systems now, there's a custom system settings inside the system itself where you can go through and customize all your buttons and stuff around here. And you can, yo, bacon! And you can set it up how you want. So for instance, instead of this being left D-pad, I usually make this L2, the bottom button way down here, pointing to right here. Not the L1, not right here, down here. But, want me to roast Sealy and Eldar? I mean, no one's gonna understand it, but sure. I would actually like to see if it's actually gonna type it. Because I never saw you type any Eldar on my end, unless it's just, YouTube's like, no, what is this? Cannot have. But, yeah. So this button down here where you see my my big toe wiggling here, I'll change that button into this button because this is easier for me to reach with my toe while moving around. So you can see I can still move this around while still holding this down. So I'm laying my little toe on the left D-pad button right now, which is allowing me to be able to aim and move and all that. And then also I can move this around while also holding it to play my shooters. And then this button down here, R2 right here, gets changed to circle. And depending on the games, there's a whole tons of changes I have to make. You can do all kinds of crazy things with these customizations. You should see my Gundam one. It's my most advanced one. So let me see if I can remember it. So this is L2. So I'm gonna put my foot down. How did you school work when you were a kid? Oh, I wrote some of it, and then I had my mom write some of it. Can anyone see it? I see the one word. I can't say it. Karamunli. Something like that. But yeah, when I was a kid, either I did some of it for a little while, but writing is different for me. I have a thing in this leg, a bone in this leg that grows out after a certain many years. It kind of keeps me from doing certain things over a certain amount of time. So me having to do this a whole bunch, like drawing or writing letters and writing for long periods of time, stuff like that, is different than me doing this. You see that the leg doesn't move around, it's just the feet are moving. So what happened was, at some point in the 90s, for me, it was mostly, I ended up getting an assistant. So I would have someone who would write for me, someone who would help me take notes, in most of grade school, I had to make a friend in the class who would help take notes for me, and I had to communicate with them to get the notes, which is kind of not fair. And that's something in the future when I start doing disability rights on this channel, we're going to talk about, because it shouldn't be. That's not fair to someone in a wheelchair like me to be forced to have to rely on someone else who might not even be interested in learning the same amount as me to gather my notes. Because at that level, at that level, most kids are, kids. They want to have fun, they want to do that. But I was actually a pretty straight A student. I loved actually paying attention. I'm not trying to sound like a stuck up or something like that, but I enjoyed learning when I was young. I enjoyed going to class for a while anyways. That's another subject for another time. That has to do with the other serious subject we're going to be talking about. Because there is a channel I want to shout out that is for disabled people in the next video next weekend. This is going to be an even more serious subject for me. And I'm not sure. We're going to try to do it next weekend. I might not be able to do it yet because the subject that we're going to be talking about is kind of a subject I don't talk about. And I'm not going to be relaying any details on what happened. I don't like... It's not one of those things I'm going to go into. It's just not. One, also it might bring up bad memories for other people who might have had similar experiences. So, that's why when that stream comes, it will be noted in the title, or I will say it at the beginning, and I will put it in the description above sup and greetings, in front of it. Viewer discretion advised. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's a subject that I have to be able to talk about in full subject, or it's going to make me kind of cry. And I know y'all have never seen that, and that's something why I gotta be, it's touchy for me. It's something I've never touched on, and like I said, we're not going to be going into details about it. But it has to do with another channel that was trying to say something bad about this channel, or YouTube was trying to say something about this channel from what I've heard. And if it is true, I'm going to have to raise a hand against it, because as a disabled person, if these people on this channel are actually standing, and it looks like they are. I've been watching their channel for a week now just to try to check it out myself. It looks like they stand up for people who are disabled on the hardcore level of any type whatsoever. And from what I've heard, they've been having troubles with YouTube. So, I'm going to be doing my research over this next week. So our schedule may be a little slacking in some places, because this is a very important subject for me, and I can't take this lightly, considering what they're trying to accuse this channel of. And this is not something that can be taken lightly. I have to do my research for this one. This is one I can't just go into like we did today's. Today's was more just, hey, this is happening, don't spend your money on it, because it ain't worth it. At least not right now. But that one I'm talking about, oh, that's something that we will not be joking during that one either. That's why I will make sure it's in the description, so you know what's coming. So we know if it's a real stream, like a Shoot the Breeze stream or not. CR or not, someone fell out of their chair. Alright, take care of her, Raven Guard. I hope everything's okay, bro. If you don't make it back, I will see you tomorrow, bro. You said which sister? Do you have more than one? Is there more than one Farseer? My mind is exploded. But yeah, that subject will be a much bigger and touchier subject. That's why I don't want to go into it blindly. If I'm not ready for it, it will not be done. We'll just do a regular Guardian Q&A, Shoot the Breeze Guardian chat. And just go with whatever happens. The one who got into. Oh, okay. Do you have two sisters now? What is happening? I'm confused. I are confused. But so is it hard to get dressed? Yes, technically. And by the way, don't be afraid to ask the questions. It's fine for everyone. Nikki Plays is you're. Thank you for asking that. By the way, no, it is and it isn't. I can't do it myself. Obviously, I don't have arms. I can't pull the shirt off. I mean, I can't put the shirt on and stretch it out over my head. I can if I'm laying down outside of my chair. It would be too hard to explain how. I can technically, I'm going to put it this way, undress myself, but I cannot dress myself. Either my nurse aide, which in this case is my mother, it's the same person, but it wasn't always. Because it was back then, it was different. We didn't know about certain things and certain benefits, but that's something different. Either way, usually it's my nurse / my mother who has to do it in this case, because she does get paid to help take care of me, because she's the person who knows me the best, because she has had to take care of me for all this time. Because when you're in a wheelchair, you, unlike most adults, this is nothing against my mom. I love my mom. I would do anything for her to keep her protected and whatever. But the one thing I will say that this does suck when you are in a wheelchair is being forced to live in a place just because you can't do it yourself. So I can't just go out there and get a house of my own easily and be cared for properly, especially the state that I live in. I can't just get this done. The options are not very good for someone in my position. So you usually either only have two options. You either have to move in with another family member that's not your direct mother or father when you're an older person, so you're not living with them anymore like most people try to do and get away from their parents. So it makes it easier on both sides, because you're not really supposed to live with your parent the whole time anyways. That's just natural life. You're supposed to move out at some point, technically. Wait, how do you text your friends on your phone? Oh, that's easy. My phone's right here. That's, like I said, my feet are really powerful. You see how easy to hold this phone is. That is no pressure whatsoever. I can whip it around. And I just do this, wake it up, tap on the screen, wake it up, type some messages as normal. It's pretty much easy. Anything button pressing I can do. I have my computer set up right here. Like, as you can see, there's let me elevate and kind of show you what it would look like if I was gaming on my PC. Because I don't have a face cam for our PC gameplays right now, so y'all don't get to see this. James, you from UK? Yeah, he is. In the UK, the disabled are well looked after. You can get your own house in the UK. See, that right there, see what I mean? There's very few places in the US that you can just get a house for yourself if you're handicapped. Most of the US just sees this as, well, you're not making any taxes, so sorry. Oh, jeez. Because I'm not. I don't work. I can't work. Sadly. Oh, now, want to know what happened to my other sister? Yo, yeah, brother, bit of it. Do you have an IG phone? No, I have a Samsung. It's just a generic one. It's a... What is it? It doesn't say, actually. It's just a Samsung. It's not a Galaxy, big boy. It's close to one, but it's not. I couldn't afford the big boy phones anyways. Wait, what happened? I missed something. Arnaud wants to know what happened to my other sister. She got shot. Damn! Several times? Damn! Pressed the wrong button right there. Why? Was she attacked by someone? That's horrible. That is horrible. Getting shot is no small laughing matter. You don't. How do you not know? Is she in the hospital right now? Or was she the one or is Raven helping look after her? I don't know what's going on. That's horrible. I hope she's doing okay. Although, well, as good as someone is gonna be getting shot. Okay, she's out. That's good. At least that means she's doing decent. Once again, as decent as someone who got shot. Jeez, that's horrible. That is not good. Now, what was I... Back to the original question. Do you have an IG phone? No. Yeah, like I was saying, I have a Samsung one. More than likely a pistol, Sealy. If it was several times and she, no offense, she made it, more than likely a pistol. Anything bigger several times is usually guaranteed you ain't coming back from that. So more likely handheld. It still doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gun it was in the end. It's still horrible. It shouldn't be a thing. In general. Did you ever cut your toe? Have I ever cut my toe? Actually, once. She's just visiting Farseer. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. Raven, what are you talking about? Didn't the police get him? No, not always, Sealy. Remember, once again, this is a loaded subject. Not everything is as good as it should be where we live, Sealy. Not as much as they want people to think it is. And when you're in shock, Sealy, you don't remember things sometimes. And getting shot is... I'll qualify that as putting you in shock. Because you got shot. So, yeah. They're still looking for the guy. Yeah. And that's how it usually is. It sucks. Because it probably took them forever to get there. I'm not trying to say, but that's how it is here. You call them and it takes them like 10, 20 minutes. 10 minutes is decent, but longer than that, there should be always some kind of officer somewhere. Because there's not always some major happening going on. Like you see in New York and stuff, that's keeping tons of officers busy. It happens all the time, and it should not. It shouldn't. I've had it happen to me where I live, where me and my mom have called the police on people who have harassed us, said threatening things to us in parking lots. It took them 30 minutes to an hour to get there, because that's how important we are now. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Yeah, and see, 20 minutes should be the most. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, and I think that's something that's everywhere, and that's sad, and that's... I'm not going to say I know better, but I will say, just in general, me being as uneducated in that area as I am, I could do a better job with law enforcement. And organization for it. And how you handle criminals and what is a supposed criminal. That would cut back on police shootings as well. Like accidental police shootings and then the ones that are real too. And then it's just things like that. There's so many things that are very uncalled for, shouldn't be happening, when there's easy fixes to change all of this and keep it from happening to people. Is it easy to eat your supper? No, I mean, not really. Once again, that's one of those things I used to be able to do myself, because there used to be a special utensil for me to eat my food myself that would fit to my toes, and it would be kind of like slanted sideways and have these little extenders on it with a fork or a knife at the end, and I could use it to either somewhat cut my food, stab it, and then bring it up to my mouth. But because I'm actually tall enough, even though I am small, because I'm actually tall enough and like in my wheelchair and kind of like tall enough for me, the utensil I used to use, the length it has to be now to reach my mouth is huge. Let's just say it's too big for me to handle. I had to. Y'all know me. When I have a weird, horrible joke I have to make, you know me. What you said, she's visiting Farseer. What about the other one? Damn, how many sisters does Warlock have over at your house, Raven? Ah, big. LOL, BB. Oh god. Yeah, but it was too much to handle. Either way. Oh god. There, I'm glad that got blurred out. Raven went from 0 to 9,000 in 2 seconds. That boop. Don't care about what happened. Mind my language. I mean, I still know what it said. I don't know why YouTube... Like I said, I don't even know why YouTube bothers. No, I do not want to make the chat worse, James. It's too late at night for that. That's when weird stuff starts happening. No. Jam, man. Wait, I hate... Like, and that's right there. What Sealy just had to do. Why? Wow, why? Why do we have to create these fake words? Jam, man. Somebody teleport to my house. No, somebody invent Star Trek teleporter technology right now who's in chat. Teleport to my house and help me facepalm. Because, does anyone know Nick Gurr? Oh, God. Yeah, see, get it? I get it. That was a good one, Skull Crusher. Jesus. You almost got me to say it, but since I actually pronunciated Nick, it should be fine. Plus, also, there's a robot named Gurr. Gurr changed his name to Nick. Except he put it in front of his name, so it looks real bad. Or not, I have 3 sisters. Nice! I just didn't know they were all at Raven's house. Sealy, instant transmission. Well, you're not here. Where? I don't see no seal in my room. Or dragon. So, I don't know what you be using. I think you went to the wrong place. Do you sleep in your seat? No, thank God. No. Y'all can't see that, but I have a bed over there. I point. I have a bed over there. Like I said, there are certain things I can do. This is also, oh, you were talking to James, okay. One is married. Oh, okay. That's cool, that's cool. I mean, it's none of my business, that's y'all's family, but that's cool. Congratulations to her. The other is a boop. Oh my God. Raven. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so glad it censors it. The other is a boo. I'm gonna make my own censor noises. Until I get a soundboard, I'm gonna make my own censor noises. But then when I get a soundboard, I'm gonna say cuss words, but I'm actually gonna bleep them out. You won't hear them, but they're there. One day, maybe we'll be able to be uncensored again and not act like a bunch of white picket fence zombies. Because that's the best way I can put it. I don't know what else to call that syndrome. There's a difference in making low-hanging fruit jokes than just stifling someone's language altogether. It's like, no, you're not allowed to be you. Isn't there supposed to be something called freedom, from what I remember? Isn't the word freedom a thing? It is, right? Or am I dumb? Good plan, but I'm the flaw. I'm the demonetized? I'm the demonetized. It turns out James is the one that does it all the time. Dun dun dun! It turns out the guy who cusses the most is the one that demonetizes everyone. No, I'm just kidding. He is not. It is a robot who has been programmed with full of hate and sorrow and sadness, and doesn't understand funny when it hears it. Once again, there is low-hanging fruit that I do agree should never be used, jokingly or otherwise. Plot twist. What a twist! It's like that M. Night Shyamalan thing from Robot Chicken. She did a lot of things to piss me off in Ravens, plus the rest of our family. I'm not gonna, since I don't know, I don't judge, but y'all know better than I do, so I'm gonna take your word for that one. But there's always one of those in the family. Look at it this way. Feel good that there's only one of those kinds of people in the family, whereas me and my mom, besides us, everybody in our family was probably like that person. I don't know what they've done or who they are, but guarantee you, they're all of whatever that person does. Take that and imagine if your whole family was like that. Me and my mom, other than I think, my Uncle Floyd, was it Henry? Well, Henry ain't bad too, but Uncle Floyd and all of them, like one of my uncles, other than my one uncle, major uncle, that keeps in contact with me and my mom, all the rest of my family is crazy. Like lunatics. Like, woohoo! Like, who don't know what's going on with reality. Literally, in some cases. Wait, do you go for a bath or shower? Shower. I used to have a bath because I used to have a special type of tub. But once again, I live in the States. So this means it's a pain in the neck to get things like that. Shouldn't be. I thought you would think it wouldn't be. Depends on the state. The state I am in is garbage, though, when it comes to disability. Where I live is horrible. I won't be able to get away from it for a very long time, though. But, sadly. But it is horrible. Do you sit down in the shower or stand? I sit down. There would be no way for me to stand unless I had a special apparatus to help me stand. Because like I said, I may be able to bunny hop now, but that's through practice already that I've been doing. So my legs aren't strong enough to stand on yet. I do have a special seat that I can sit on, but it's not a bath chair. Or it's not a tub chair. Meaning it doesn't go down into the tub or lower into the tub low enough to be in tub water. It's only just to sit in the tub inside the shower part or inside of a shower. You lock the wheels down and you take a shower. So. In my family, there's a certain woman who like, I don't know, judges everyone and roasts my other family members and acts like entitled, and sometimes she gets into actual fights with some of my family members. That's a Karen. Would her name be Karen, by any chance? My family has 20 cousins and 10 uncles. Some aren't with us anymore, and some others are expelled from out of the family. Jeez, you know you messed up when you get expelled. That was the only time I hit a girl. Oh my gosh, I missed something horrible. Hold on a second. She did a lot of things to piss off the rest of the family. To the uncle I fought. 6 a couple of cousins. 6 a couple of cousins. And aunts. I missed something that Warlock said entirely. Yeah, that's what I said. Yikes. I don't know. I don't think I would ever... Unless that woman is coming at me with a knife or a gun, I don't think I'd ever hit a woman. Ever. Even if I could. I can't. I'm in a wheelchair. Well, I mean, I guess I could with the chair. Like, ha! But no. Still. Oh, you said it or not. Or I said it or not. Jesus. Oh, so you did it, Raven? I mean, either way, I'm not saying... Once again, I'm not saying you're bad or anything. I'm just saying, for me, personally, unless she's coming at me with a knife or some kind of deadly object with intent to kill, I don't tend to try to use it. Even if I could walk, I just grab her and be like, "Why? Stop trying to hit me and hit me!" And I'm kidding. Oh, she might be a demon, maybe, but that's still, geez. Is there bad things in your life? Well, everyone has bad things in their life, Nikki. Everyone. I mean, I do. Everyone has that point in their life where they always have bad things in their life. I try to look on the positive for majority of the time. This last couple of weeks have been garbage, but that's not y'all's fault or anybody's fault. It's just been me and my mom have been having troubles with a lot of stuff as far as like government, as far as like business that's supposed to be doing their jobs. I'm not going to name any names. Once again, that's kind of a personal thing. Stuff like that. And we've been barely able to make ends meet this last 2 weeks. We almost didn't have enough for food because things just did not work out the way we could have done it. Farseer was asleep in her chair when this happened. Let me go back and read. I still miss what happened. So something happened to Farseer that was when she was in her chair when it happened, and it could have taken her life. Well, in that case, yes. That's when you hit. That's when you go boom. Because that's the guardian rule. If you're protecting someone's life from being taken from someone else's, especially when that other person is not able to defend themselves in any way whatsoever or any type thing like that. Any type thing like that, then that's when you start going BAM! Because at that point, they're not going to listen to anything but force. Because they've reached that point in their brain that the human consciousness loses all of what makes it a human at that point. And all it thinks is kill, 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 kill. Or hurt, 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 hurt. There is a certain switch in the human brain that does get to a certain point. When it gets switched off, that's when it starts to happen. And that's when you punch that person. That's the person you punch. No matter who they are, where they're from, whatever. If they're trying to kill you or someone you love, you hit the hell out of them. Or do whatever you need to do. Because that's now a combatant. That's in a way in military terms, that's considered legally a volatile military combatant under military terms. Meaning now everything is on the table. Meaning it's whoever survives. And it's really sad that it's come to that, because that's the way it feels like a lot of stuff is like now. Ardnot, I got beat up after that punch. Yep, maybe. I mean, hey, man. Hey, I'm just saying. Just saying, bro. It doesn't matter if you get beat up. If it saved the person you were trying to save, she tried to push Farseer down the stairs. Exactly. So, yeah. That's someone you hit. If you're trying to push a wheelchair person down the stairs, that's someone you punch in the face. That's someone you take your hand and you go, whah! You do like freaking Bruce Lee or Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. You go, whah! and just unleash the Mortal Kombat on him. When she was sleeping, yeah, then definitely you commence. Not really. This is a joke. I want to say this right now. What I'm about to say is a joke. You commence fatality on that person. Not really, but the closest thing you can get to that, because you don't push a wheelchair person down down some stairs. That's numero uno. That you are a lower than the dirt person. Did you, especially when they're in a manual wheelchair and they can't do anything about it. Did you ever tip over your seat with you on it? Yes, several times. I've lived a very exciting life as a handicapped person. Not really, but in a way I have. I live on the edge of my seat. No, but seriously. Oh, wait, hold on. James said, I'm going to get off or not. I'm getting tired. My channel is James Army West 9. Those who can't find it when you shout me out. Okay, I'm out. Peace. Alright, James. You have a good one, bro. Thanks for joining. And yeah, if anyone wants to check out James's channel, it's right there in the chat. James Army West 9. Check him out. He's a cool dude. He's awesome. I'll pick you up tomorrow. Oh, nice, Skull Crusher. Yeah, James is a cool dude. I recommend him. Definitely pick him up. He's a good, cool dude. He's funny to watch. He also plays a lot more Minecraft than I do, if you're into that kind of thing, too, as well. We do play a lot of games together in general, but he does more Minecraft than I do. He's more constant on it than I am. What else was I going to say? He also does For Honor and stuff like that, too. I gave up on For Honor. I'm pretty much done with that game. Unless I get it on PC, I'm kind of done with that game. Oh, I mean, I'll kidnap him. I don't know. You're probably meaning that to sound creepy to James, but James would probably be like, "All right, come and get me." James would just go with you and go wherever you take him, and then just like, "All right, just drop me back off at home when you're done." Oh man. Oh man, that's why I say James is good people, man. Everyone check out James Army West 9. He's good people. He's almost at 100. Get him to 100 subscribers. He's almost there. He is right there. He needs to hit that milestone. He needs 100 subscribers. Or not. To be honest, I don't know what she's doing at this point. What are we talking about? Hold on. Farseer filling a restraining order. Filing a restraining order can't stop her. Can stop her. What? Can't stop her or can? I mean, let her. She might as well. That's what I would do. Let her do it. Because that means she can no longer come over there. Because no offense, if they're going to... this is something I need to say right now, Raven. If there's someone dangerous in your house like that, I don't care if they're blood, family related or not. If this was, let's say hypothetically, I had kids, or a brother and sister, for me, and that was their uncle and aunt, whatever, and they came over or whatever, or however the relation is, and they were trying to mess with someone, whether it be my sister, my daughter, or whatever, especially if they're in a wheelchair like me, guess what happened in that family member? They will never, not really like this, but as far as association and them being heard from in that family, I mean, I'm not going to hurt them or anything, but they will never be a part of that family ever again. Ever. There's ways in the law to keep yourself protected. There's ways to get around these crazy lunatics who live in where we live, Raven. Who live in the country we live in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big a man is, what they look like. All you need to know is a couple of basic maneuvers, and you can make the biggest man cry. Big men mean nothing unless they're wielding guns. Humans are overestimated. Don't be scared of nobody. But, okay, well, in that case, it's not as bad. If it happened when you were kids, it's not as bad, but still. It's all about protecting your family and doing that. Never be afraid of anybody, because that's what criminals and people of the darkness, I hate to put it that way, do. They use fear, they use control, and they use manipulation to try to scare us. Once you take that away from them, they have nothing but a gun at that point. So unless they're willing to resort to that kind of extreme, then... And at that point, well, guess what? you have them arrested, or you do the defensive act, you get them into a situation where you know they're going to try to do something, and you do them first. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't want that to make sound like it did sound like. But, like I said, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world today. Celie, she married a guy like that. Wait, she changed? No, she didn't change her gender, Celie. Jesus. Jesus, Celie. Read the comments. No, I'm just kidding. But no, Celie, no. God, no. But it's still, no matter when or where it is or who it is, and that's another thing. No matter who it is, it's not worth it. If they are treating you like scum and like you're not a human being, you throw them to the dirt. He doesn't matter if he's bigger than you. Bigger than you doesn't mean better, Raven. Bigger does not mean better. Well, at least in this case. It does not mean that. It does not mean better. In this aspect, it's more of who's more skilled, especially if it's in hand-to-hand combat. If it's in hand-to-hand combat, look up how to do some basic taekwondo maneuvers. He'll never screw with you ever again if you learn them. Because most big guys like that... Yeah, you saw that joke? You saw that joke? I try to keep things lighthearted even when I'm being serious. I'm talking about in muscles. It doesn't matter. A muscle man means nothing if he doesn't know how to use them. It's the same thing as It's the same thing as giving someone a gun who's never used a gun in their lives. They're not going to be good with it or very dangerous with it. It's still a gun, still can kill people, still horrible. But, still a gun, still can kill people, still horrible, but it's the same principle. But even more so in the advantage of whoever is more experienced. Most guys who have a lot of tattoos, big muscles, and stuff like that, and I'm not saying he's bad either, by the way. You say he's a pretty cool guy, but, you know, like I said, if he's mistreating someone, that doesn't make him a cool guy. Maybe I heard wrong and you're talking about someone else, but you're making it kind of sound like he's the one doing this to this person. So, once again, size means nothing. If that's true. If it's this guy. Because most guys with lots of tattoos and try to make their muscles big don't really know martial arts and don't really know how to fight, and will be taken down and be made very big babies quicker than you can blink. I've seen it so many times. I've seen women in videos who know Taekwondo and other martial arts who have taken down men twice their size, who were huge and had muscles and were supposedly badass. They made them cry. It's like I said, size means nothing. It's all about skill and the person using it. Oh, Warlock's sister did all those things? Okay, then that's fine then. Well, then tell her to have her, then have the big guy teach the sister who keeps torturing the rest of the family a lesson. Bet you she's scared of him. The guy is good as my sister. Wait, the guy is a good. That's not proper English. The guy is a good. My sister is terrible. Oh. Well, tell him to set her straight. I doubt she's gonna do anything to him. Or shit talk him. I'm already demonetized. There's no point worrying about it now. So, if I was monetized. So, ignore the A. Oh, okay. But if she is terrible demon spawn, why is he hanging out with her? Yeah, people have weird tastes, Celie. Sometimes people think they can change people. He probably thinks that because of his kind heart, maybe he'll change her one day. Maybe he sees something he thinks that no one else does. All kinds of stuff. But I doubt it'll ever change for that guy. Most of the time it stays whatever it's going to stay. So I feel for that man. That man sounds like a big Hawaiian dude who's just deserves a better woman in his life. So this day, I'm still confused. What are you confused about, Raven? Big baby man. Exactly, big baby man. I just realized Skull Crusher said big baby man. I seriously doubt he can change her. That's what I said. That's what I said, Sealy. Most of the time, you can't change it. You can try till you're blue in the face, but most of the time, when it's set in stone, it's set in stone, because only that person themselves can choose something different. So that dude is going to be probably having a very rough life for the rest of his life, unless he decides, I've had enough. Goodbye. And just walks his big self out. While saying Hodor, and I'm sorry, I had to. Off topic. How old are you? You never ask a YouTuber their age. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 30. I'm not a. Am I? I don't remember anymore. I'm not officially 30 yet, technically, but I'm basically 30. Because it's like, at this point, by the time I get to that point, I'll be finishing that year anyway, so I'm 30. I'm not that old, but I'm also not as young as I used to be either. That's not, which 30 is not a bad age. For the human male, technically 30 is supposed to be your prime, which I feel it. Most people don't get this because most people do so much crazy stuff in their early years that 30 is like a they're already on their way down. They're already feeling like, I can't walk. Wow, you're a higher level than me. I'm 18. Need more XP. Good. I like that reference. That's a good one. Yep. All our ages is XP in a video game. That's all it is. Life is a video game, guys. It's not. But it's not. But you know, hey, it kind of feels like one sometimes. Mostly because this reality is starting to feel a lot less unrealistic to sci-fi stuff every day. Every day we get closer to certain things that used to be fake in video games that could now very well be real. At least technological wise, so you're like, I not want to know something funny. This guy showed me my wedding. This guy showed up to my wedding. He went without her. Dude, this dude's a G. I need to meet this dude. This dude sounds like a G. Oh, see, someone has challenged me to a tabletop battle. I must duel. Sorry, I had to mess it up for you and turn it into Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, man. Oh, we get multiple lives. Jump off roof, dies. Ah, not really. If only. Not really. That's horrible. Oh, God. This has been a good one. I enjoy doing these now. These are fun. These are probably some of the most fun. I mean, I have fun playing games, too. But I'm having fun doing these guys with you guys. Or doing these vlogs with you guys. An orc player. See ya. Destroy them, Raven. Show them the power. I don't know who you're using. Imperium, I guess. Who is it, Warlock? Who is he fighting? Oh, Imperial Fist. Oh, he's the Imperial Fist? Or Imperial First? He's the Imperial First, or he's here, aka Raven's brother. Oh! Okay. Interesting. interesting. So there's a Raven battle. So does that mean it's an Imperium in-house battle going on right now? So it's an Imperium Civil War about to happen on the tabletop? Wish I could see this. At Ardnot, life isn't a video game. Look at the game of life. Explain now, Ardnot. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. AKA 47. Dang. This is good. This has been a good vlog. I can tell people are starting to leave, though, because it is getting late. It's already almost... it is 10:30, actually. 10:34 where I'm at right now. Everybody's starting to call it. But I like Seely's reference there. Looks at the game of life. Explain. You know the game of life is just an SCP, right? Secretly, when you do things in the game of life, it's actually affecting your real life. Just saying. Not all of the boards do this, but there is a certain one. I'm back. Welcome back, Farseer. Free 334. Weak. Weak. I have to do it, though. I have to take in consideration that when she gets back, she's going to be pretty tired. She's probably going to want to lay down and stuff. And since I have to have help laying down and all that, as y'all know, you know. But that's one of the downsides of being in my situation. So, Ardnot. Wait, Raven left me on the floor this entire time. I thought he picked you up. I thought he said he had to go pick someone up into their wheelchair. I thought he picked you up. Call him or something. Let him know, because he's gone now. Or Warlock will have to call him or something. I don't know. Whoever can get a hold of him and stop the Civil War. Oh, so he got hurt, but what about you? Why are you on the floor still? Shouldn't you both be picked up? You must have fell out afterwards. Either way, like, you should still let him know. Call him right now and be like, hey, hurry up, I need to get back in my chair. That's what I do. Ardnot, read the rest of my comment. At Ardnot, and if life isn't a video game, then looks at GTA 5. Explain that! That one I have no explanation for. I think that's a giant simulacrum resembling all of LA. Or San Francisco, actually, I think, not LA. I'm not really sure which one. Might be Los Angeles. It felt kind of like Los Angeles. I don't know. Either way, I think that's a giant simulacrum of an entire city. And if you've ever played the game Simulacrum, you'll get what that reference is. I was going through 1,000 years of torment. Oh, okay. What? How? Yeah, Warlocks. How? I'm saying, me too. I'm like, what? Question mark. Huge. What with a huge question mark? But also, if anyone has any other questions to keep going, just keep bringing them. Listening to my sister read the Dark Eldar Codex. Were you teaching her the Dark Eldar Codex, or was she just trying to recite it to you and say, "This is not how it is. I'll show you." I've had a family member like that in the past. They weren't blood related. They were just a friend. How's that torment? Maybe she was being corrected. I don't know. She read it in a Slanesh way. Oh God! LOL. Okay, that would be kind of hilarious. Nice. That is fantastic. That is some fantastic stuff. Probably not for you, Farseer, but that's one of the... And kept telling Raven I'm fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it could be worse. It could be worse. She could have been trying to read Imperium Codex to you in Slaanesh. That'd be even weirder. Considering the Imperium Codex. I mean, if you know Slaanesh, Warlock, I mean, you can probably imagine what she was kind of probably gauging her voice to be touchy as the Dark Elf took its sword. And then things like that. It's probably something like that. In a very sultry manner, but also very gory. Which is like... She made the sounds too. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oof. Well, I mean, I guess if you're a 40K fan and if you were her husband, that might actually be kind of beneficial. But not... I can see your side though. It's probably like... But she knew it was making you feel awkward. That's why she was doing it, to torture you. Because most people are awkward around stuff like that. When people start making sounds like that, even when it's fake, it makes people uneasy. I'm not gonna do it because I don't. You already had it. You already had it done. Plus, it sounds weird if a guy does it. It's more appropriate when a woman uses that to her advantage to mess with people. The sounds I hear Raven would make. Okay, see that's I don't even want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because two Warhammer fans together, who knows? Because I can only imagine. That's between them. Well, and sadly you. Because you live there. Me speaking gamer. My mom opens the curtains. Me. Why didn't you cover your ears? What's she gonna do? Put cotton balls in there? I mean, the best she could do is put earmuffs on and maybe play some music. What if she was trying to go to bed at the time or just trying to sleep? There's nothing she can do about that at that moment. Or is it the problem is when my parents open the curtain and I start feeling pain from the sunlight? You might be a vampire, Celia, or a vampire seal. At the best. Vampire seal dragon? I don't really know. But only can cover one ear. You need to get some new headphones. I took off my prosthetic before I fell. Oh. I would show you how to do it the way I do it. If you have a surface to put it on, Farseer, the best way I do it, because you still have one hand, so you can make it a little bit easier for you. But the way I do it, if I don't have my headset on, I can't demonstrate right now because I can't reach it. But you see right here, you see where my head is right here? I look crazy right now. But you see my head right there? If I were to put my headset there over by the keyboard and elevate down, I could slide my head into, because I've learned how, into the headset and pick it up on my ears. But that's just giving you a tip. I don't really know how you put on and off your headset. Also, for some reason, when I'm in the dark, I be looking like a goblin. Can someone get me a drink? I'm lazy. Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll be right back. Oh, man. I will go get it now, sir. I tried, but she was stopping me from doing that. She was just trying to torture you then. She was just being like the normal type of family member. Not mean, just torturous. Because family members are like that. They're going to mess with you. I mean, especially your siblings / cousins and whatever like that. In this case, siblings. So, or in your case, sibling. Siblings are always going to be like that, Farseer. When it comes to like small stuff, A sibling's always gonna mess around with another sibling. You just need to figure out a way to mess with her back. That way you can both mess with each other equally. Then it's fair trade. Oh, my head. Thanks. How? She's in a wheelchair too. She wasn't when she was reading. Oh, dang. She'd like prop herself up on the desk or something? Like, oh, nope, I'm gonna keep you off of here. And I'm gonna read this book to you. Explain. Warlock's like, explain. Because I think Warlock's like, what? What do you mean? Oh, she was on my back. Oh, God. Damn. She wanted to make sure you could not escape. Sounds so horrible. You can tell y'all are Dark Eldar family. No, I'm just kidding. Just messing. I had to make that pun because you do. It's funny because that's one of y'all's favorite things is Eldar and stuff. One of them. So it's like, it's kind of ironic that y'all are like that. Y'all guys, it feels like y'all are like Malekith's family, but less harsh. One arm holding me down, the other was holding the codex. Oh, damn. That sucks. I don't think she's up. I think she's still down there, Warlock. I think that's what she meant earlier. Unless when Raven came in there, I'm confused. I don't know. Either way, you should get it. You should probably contact Raven back to our original thing and have him get you up. How my mom sees me in the dark, normal with little goblin-like traits. How my mom sees me when she turns on the light, looking like Mothman and the goblin creature hissing too. Raven's brother got both of us up. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's fine. I was confused. In the wrong chair. Oh, so you're in each other's chairs? Oh, well. How did he get that confused? Did y'all's chairs even look the same? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty sure most manual chairs get different colors. That's messed up. It's like, oh, wrong chair. She'll be leaving tomorrow. Oh, so y'all, they're staying the night. That's cool. My head won't stop itching, LOL. For some reason in the mirror I look fine, but when I take a picture it looks like Crazy Diamond rearranged my face 20 times. Man, you should get that checked out, Sealy. I'm pretty sure you're cursed by the Goblin King. Either that or by, Now I can't remember the freaking singer's name. The guy from the Labyrinth. How did I forget the artist's name? David Bowie. There we go. You're either cursed by the Goblin King or AKA David Bowie. He is, may he rest in peace, because I think he died. But, may he rest in peace, but you are being cursed by him from the grave. He is going to bring you to his goblin world and start singing to you. Good luck, Sealy. By or not, I will try to survive the night and watch the battle. Nice. Alright, Farseer, thank you for joining. We are going to start wrapping this up. It's almost been 3 hours, I would imagine. I think it's time to start wrapping it up. Also, I want to say to everybody, if you did have fun tonight, and also to the people who already have, thank you for that toes up button, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight, shooting the breeze, and enjoying the video. And for anyone who doesn't understand what I mean by that, who's new to the channel, when I say toes up button, I do mean the like button. I don't like to promote it or push it like some YouTubers are like, smash that like every 20 seconds. I try to either say it at the beginning and the end, or just the end. At the most, it's beginning and end. Because it just feels monotonous when you're just constantly going. So yeah, and just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But time to do what Raven do and take care of some important business. Oh, damn! Slanesh is busy tonight. No, but alright, everybody. Warlock, you have a good time, bro. Literally. And peace and love, bro. Thank you for joining. I hope you have an awesome one. Farsi here, thank you for joining as well. Skull Crusher, Nikki Plays. I think it was Kyle Vlogger at the top. Thank you for joining. Twal for All, James Army West 9, Sealy. I'm forgetting somebody. I said Skull Crusher. I think I'm forgetting somebody. Said Twal, James. Bacon! That's right, I never answered Bacon's question. Now we're getting USS Alabama and Otago. Alabama is for 750,000 global XP. And Otago is behind Admiralty bracketing. The Otago. Also, with Bacon, sorry I didn't see that question you put there, Bacon. That's cool, I'll check it out. I don't know. At this point, I'm a little just disappointed there's so many ships being put out as Admiralty bracketing. No. Or backing. Admiralty backing. I'm like, no, don't. I know it's a free-to-play game, but it's like I said, there's better ways to do loot boxing and earning prizes so you don't nickel and dime everybody to death. But we'll talk about that more in future episodes as we go on as a channel, so we have plenty of time. We have all of the future. And then I think Nikki Plays. I think I said that, and that's pretty much everybody, it looks like, chat-wise. But, see, a labyrinth dance, baby, dance. I spelled it wrong. You did, but it doesn't matter. Invoke the king himself. But, thank you, Skull Crusher, and yes, dance, baby, dance. Such a weird movie, but a classic. Such a weird movie. But alright, Sealy. Skull Crusher. And Sealy's like, I'm the child of Dracula and the Goblin King. So wait, who's the Goblin? But wait a minute, do you realize that's kind of an insult on your parents? Because that means either your dad is Dracula and your mother is a Goblin King, or your dad is a Goblin King and your mother is the daughter of Dracula. So, because your parents had you, so it means you just called your parents Dracula and the Goblin King. Oh man, effing chat. Oh man. Oh man. But alright, Sealy, I just had to get you with that one. Mega oof. I just had to get you with that one. You ran yourself right into that. Oh man, you ran yourself right into that one, buddy. Oh man, that was good. But I hope you all are having an awesome one, had an awesome one tonight. If you did, one more time, like I say it at the end. If you had fun, please step on that toes up button. Since my notifications aren't working properly on YouTube right now, and a lot of people's aren't, again, until they fix it, please step on those like buttons, aka those toes up buttons, just so the video can kind of get up there a little bit and get kind of suggested better. Because the more toes up, aka likes, and the more views it gets, the more chances the algorithm is going to be like, hey, you're going up here. So, but that's the only reason, right? Anyways, like I said, I know y'all enjoy the videos and y'all support me in general as a personal person right now. So, thank you so much for all of that. I hope you all are awesome one. And Celie said, maybe my mom is the daughter of Dracula and my dad is the Green Goblin. You never know. Technically, Green Goblin isn't an actual goblin unless you're talking about the Ultimate Spider-Man version, but I'll give you on that one. I'll assume you meant the one that actually changes into Goblin. But that means your dad is Harry Osborn? Oh, Norman Osborn. No, your dad is Norman Osborn. So Harry? Is that you? I figured out Celie's true identity. It's Harry Osborn. Everyone, we found the real Harry Osborn. His dad is Shrek. Bye. Oh no, Warlock. Oh no. This either means you're gonna become a goblin or Venom one day. Which just sucks. Either of those suck. You're either going to become the Green Goblin one day of your own, or you're going to become Venom. Good luck with that, Celie. Or Harry. Spoiler alert, by the way, but since I didn't say what it was for, nobody knows. Oh, man. But anyways, alright. No, if my father is anybody because I'm short and weird and look like I have spider legs, it's Peter Parker. But my dad was a dick, so I think my dad was Eddie Brock. So, I'm probably Carnage. So I have a worse fate. Because it means my daddy was also Venom. Oh crap, I am in a very deep hole. Sees black veins outside the window. Well, it's not good. Daddy is home. DBDB. I don't have a dad. I don't have one either. Daddy is home. BDB. Sorry about your name there. But yeah, I don't have one either technically. My dad was an ass and treated my mom like crud, and we left him. My mom knew he was dangerous to us and was bad for us, and she walked out on him with me to protect me. He was not a good dad. But Raven lost. Damn, that was a fast game. We haven't been talking that long since he left. Whoa. Hello, PS4 entering into rest mode, LOL. Now I need to run for Venom and SCP facility. Gotta go, bye! See you later, Celie. Although I think Venom might help you with your SCP problem, as long as you feed him some criminals every now and then. He likes to eat heads, though. Just saying. He's kind of like Ozzy in the old days with bats. Which, by the way, another one of my favorite artists from the old days. I'm from the 90s, so... He's just give him some criminals. He'll be okay. Wait, do you have a Christmas tree in October? This Christmas tree will be here all year long for the rest of eternity. As long as it can stand. Or unless I move and have to move it to a new house. But this Christmas tree is a part of the channel. It's actually kind of an icon at this point because it's been there the entire time. Raven was the towel. Ow! Why? Sorry, I don't know. I just don't like the towel on the tabletop right now because I just don't feel like they have enough good hitting power. They're another faction I feel like needs to be revamped. Venom is talking in Slaanesh. You didn't even spell it right, Celie. And Venom doesn't know who Slaanesh is. If Venom was any Chaos Demon spawn, it'd probably be Korn and not the band. The demon, the blood god. Because he eats people. In melee. Oh! Ah! Orcs versus Tau. Bye, Tau! The Tau are decent, don't get me wrong. But if the Orcs close the distance, which they will, if it's a good Orc player, they will. A band is named Korn? It is. Don't look it up though. They're from my darker childhood. They're not a very decent band. If you're gonna look up any metal, dark gothic metal bands, they're not the best. There are better choices out there, like Ozzy and Rob Zombie, people like that. The Robster. If you're gonna look up crazy like gothic death metal, it's not really. I guess wouldn't see. Actually, it's not really death metal because it was in the '90s. That was before crazy existed, where you didn't understand anything. There was no real words in the song anymore. Back then, metal artists even still sang. So, Korn. Yeah, that Korn. Well, I may go or not. See ya. Alright, Sealy. Bye, Raven. Bye, Raven. Bye. Raven is now in internal rage. Uh-oh. Raven's rage clock is ticked. Yeah, I noticed people on tabletop tend to rage sometimes. They're like, you did, especially when it's against a family member. I've noticed tabletop can get pretty heated. It's kind of like playing sports against your family. You didn't hold the ball right. I saw you move an extra inch when you measured. No, but still. Alright, everybody. What is this conversation turning into? Oh, no, it's, we talk about all kinds of things, Daddy is home. We talk about, like, serious subjects, comedic subjects, all kinds of things. Just shooting the breeze, basically. That's what this vlog is for, is to get to know my community, to get to know you guys out there, so you can get to know me, what I look like, what I do, and, stuff like that. I like being very transparent with people when it comes to certain things. Like dads when their football team loses. Exactly. And then they're like, they cheated! I saw that! It was a foul on the play! No, but seriously. That's basically, essentially what it is. Should family members play each other in a game of Uno? Probably not. It depends on the family member. Some people don't really care to lose in games of Uno. But if you're a heated person who likes to play games and you're playing Uno, don't play it with your family. You will get heated, because Uno is a cruel game. I got paid. Oh man. You got paid. Damn, nice. Farsier side, we bet money in our games. Jeez. I'm not that rich blood. Even if I had a family to play games, well, I have my mom. So I play games with her, like board games and stuff. But if I had a sisters and brothers to play with, jeez. Yeah, I couldn't bet that kind of money. Especially if I lost. I understand now why Raven's kind of wanting a rematch. That's a big dough of cash. Maybe not for you guys, but for me, that's not chump change for me. That kind of money keeps me and my mom alive, barely sometimes when we get influxes like that. Damn guys, salt level has got to be over 9,000. Oh yeah, when there's money involved, salt levels always get over 9,000. Money is the root of all salt. Not instead of all evil, money is the root of all salt. Salt is money. Reverse card. Exactly. That card right there. That card right there. Like, up here, coming back to you. No! Especially in the Uno game online that you can play on the PC. That game is extraordinarily cruel with its reverse and special rules that it has. That thing is scary. The worst thing you can do is to someone who's playing a 7. Yep. The 7 cards are just annoying. The 7 cards are what brings out the true salt. The 7 cards, the draw 4 cards, the draw 4 card change color card. And, of course, the reverse card. And then the big boy one. The 7 card. The card that is, you only need one to really piss somebody off. And the way you use it properly is you make sure zeros piss me off. Oh yeah, zeros are bad too. But zeros screw everybody up. So zeros are more even, but they just piss everyone off. But I do agree, zeros are pretty bad. But I was talking about things that you can use to someone to really make their salt to 9,000. Which is like 7s and stuff like that. Someone played a 0, and I got a draw 4 and a wild. See, in that case, that's good. That's the one benefit that's different about 7 versus 0 is you might get lucky with the 0 if your heart is with the cards. Gotta believe in the heart of the cards. Can you tell I'm from the 90s? Someone played a 0. The 7 can steal somebody's deck. I know. Nobody couldn't stop me. I know they couldn't. If you get what you just said, a draw 4 and a wild, you basically get the ability to go with whatever color. It doesn't matter. As long as you save both of those for your last 2 cards, you will instantaneously win that game. Yeah, that's the salt. That's the salt destroyer right there. That's what initiates truckloads of salt, Farseer. Using a draw 4 and a wild at the very end of the game, because that's guaranteed win and the most saltiest way to win the game in Uno whatsoever. You're going to get a lot of salty words. A lot of people are going to be real mad. Those were my last 2 cards. So yeah, so you must have heard some choice words that day. Because that's usually when people, even when you're playing against your friends, ending with a draw 4 and a wild, which a certain big man has, playing Uno with his friends in his streams, and I just love the reaction they got for it. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. The Uno is so funny. It's so funny to watch people play Uno. I eat my Uno players with some salt. Exactly. That's the best way. You might as well. There's so much salt in Uno anyways, might as well just eat them. Ow. This conversation's getting weird. Alright, before I get tired and we start rambling into even weirder stuff, I'm going to end it. Because this conversation's probably going to get odd if we keep going. Just because it's late at night for me, my mind's starting... You know how when you get real tired, your mind starts to go in that loopy phase where you're all happy, but you're relaxed and you're like, ha-ha! It's getting to that. I'm back, but see ya. Oh, Skull Crusher, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had gone, bro. Yeah, I need to end it for tonight, but don't worry, Skull Crusher. There's going to be one of these... I think I'm just going to keep it on Saturday because there's not usually anything major on Saturdays, because Saturdays is our do-whatever day. Drugs? No. What? No, I mean just in general. Like, when you're tired, you do feel this... There's this stage... oh yeah. It's like that. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to explain it, is a feeling of something like if you had a couple of drinks or something, but not that buzzed. But thank you, Skull Crusher. This is fun, and we do these every Saturday now. I'm going to make sure, and that's it for everyone to know, Farseer, let Raven know as well. These are now, from now on, are going to be 7:30 to 8 o'clock on Saturday evenings. Because Saturday, I've realized with my schedule, with the way we set it up, is now the most open because it's our do-whatever day. So, my chair got flipped that day. My chair got flipped that day. Oh, that sucks. This is why I love electric chairs. You need to get yourself a power wheelchair, Farseer. You and Raven just need to, and Warlock just need to go out there, start searching, seeing what your benefits are in your state, and try to see if you can get yourself get on some Medicaid and Medicare or something. some kind of insurance and see if you, I heard some words. Oh, damn. And I heard some words, dang, that sucks. But yeah, you should definitely try to get yourself a power wheelchair. So, because it would take a lot for you to flip a power wheelchair. You'd have to be going, and then really hard with your body both sides. Chair racing? I've done it. And yes, it's a thing. Chair racing is a thing. He can afford one. Okay, well then get him to get one. I'm sorry, Raven, if you see this. But no, seriously, I mean, that sounds like you need one. Because manual wheelchairs are notorious hazards. No offense to manual wheelchairs. Because they're not heavy enough to keep from flipping. Fleet 3 people in rage, 1 me. Wait, or not, my dad for Christmas is getting me either iPhone 11 or Samsung Note 10. Which should I choose? The Samsung Note 10. I never liked iPhone. Fall on streams. No, I've never fallen on stream, and I'll never... If I can help it, y'all will never see that. Because that's not something... One, I haven't fallen out of my chair? I haven't fallen out of my chair in, like, ages. The last time I think I fell out of my chair myself, there wasn't a full-on accident like what I had when I was young. When I was looking at this truck I wanted when I was older to be able to drive myself, and I forgot my ramp was broken and the safety flap was disengaged. I drove out of the van onto my face. If you can't tell, I have a broken nose, but it got repaired. I'm also missing some teeth, technically. Me and the pavement decided to have a fist fight, but me having no hands, it didn't go very well. And it broke my nose and knocked out some of my teeth. Bruh, iPhone is good. I mean, I've heard it's good, but I don't know. I've also had a lot of friends who've had iPhones. I mean, to me, I've seen it. I've worked with the iPhone as far as just playing with it with my friends having them. To me, they're good phones, don't get me wrong. But to me, they're not doing anything else that no one else is doing. And Samsung, other than those exploding phones they had, has always been the most reliable. At least to me. Other than that one incident where the galaxies were literally exploding. Not literal galaxies, phones. That'd be so horrible if literally galaxies started exploding. Should have bet on each other, so Farseer. But I got $450 that day. Nobody helped me up, but I got $450 that day, so a win-win. That's messed up. That's messed up on their half. Oh, they lost. They couldn't help you. That's messed up. You would have heard me saying some choice words, but at least you got $450. At least you won something out of the deal, even though it was kind of messed up they didn't help you. But yes, chair racing is a thing, though. And also, yeah, but I mean, it's also user preference, too. Some people like iPhone better. Some people like yada yada better. Some people technically like the Google phones better. I don't know why, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Tomato, like I said, tomato. Most phones these days are exactly the same. They just use different OSs and things work slightly different inside of the OS. It's kind of like Mac versus PC. Mac used to be obsolete compared to PC in some ways, but now it's not exactly like it, but it's just as important but in a different way, and is as popular but for a different reason as well. So it's kind of the same thing. Really just depends on your preference, but I prefer Samsungs. This flipped me over. They flipped me over. I was laughing the whole time. Ah, that's messed up. I'm gonna have a talk with them about that. Not really. That's on you. I would have cussed them out though. I've been like, bro, what kind of family members treats a family member like that? It was your fault. You lost your money. It's funny. Justin Cedar. Or cider. Not sure if that's cider or cedar. Either way. They was really angry. Still, it's an Uno game. I know there's Salt 9000, but it's no one twisted their arm to bet money. No one told them you have bend over. Oh, I get it. That one makes more sense. Justin Cider. So it was cider. Cider makes more sense with it. Justin Cider. Then bend over. Jesus. We all bet. I bet 20. Whoa. It does sound like maybe you didn't bet as much, but you still won. Maybe that's why they were pissed, but still. That was their fault. They bet bigger pots. It's the same thing my mom does this all the time in the online Dixie Normus? Yeah. That one's old. That one's a classic. Dixie Normus. That one's been around since my era, the 90s. Those first two are new though. Actually, maybe not bend over. Bend over. I broke my knuckle since I lost a bet that resulted in me losing. That also resulted in me punching a hole in the wall. Warlock bet 50. Raven bet 150. Someone bet 10. And then you won it all. But see, that's the same thing in the... I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but it's just a word you do, poker. My mom plays online on Facebook games that are like poker games and stuff. Sometimes she won't even bet a lot because she doesn't have a nice card. Because she's trying to, or even if she does have a nice card, because she's trying to lure you into a false sense of hope, aka she's bluffing you. She's really good at bluffing. But then again, she's also really good at bluffing you, making you think she has, that she is. Like basically, she's bluffing the bluff. She's making you think she's bluffing into thinking she has better cards, and to make you think that she actually has crappy cards, but she actually does have a good hand. So she's making you bet a ton on purpose through her bluff. This is my mom, by the way. She's actually pretty strategic when it comes to that game. Mike Hunt. Oh. It's funny to realize, and this is something YouTube should realize, even the English language sometimes feels like when words aren't trying to be dirty, they're still dirty. That was not a dirty word. That's someone's name. Mike Hunt. But if you say it real fast, doesn't sound like Mike Hunt. Mike Hunt. And I did not say anything different. I pronunciated and made sure I pronunciated every word. And got really angry at the end. The rest of our family bet and got really angry at the end. Raven's face was red. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you play a betting game. You go in with your own risks, your own decisions. It's your choice to put that money down or not. Nobody pulled your arm, in their case. Like, hey, no one said you had to bet 150 or 50 or blah, 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 blah. It's the same rules as if you were playing online poker. You choose your strategy, and you figure out how to win, depending on the table. Okay, this one I'm not sure how to say. That one just sounds bad because it has the teacher in it. I can't say the first word because these days... Wait. I know what you just said, I think. No? Maybe not. I don't know. That one's weird. I can't pronounce that one properly without it making sound like something bad. Because these days, with all that's been going on in schools, can't really say that one on YouTube. Because then it'll be like I'm promoting it. Grow up, please, YouTube. Could you, be an adult and realize the difference between an actual person making a joke and a person actually being serious. Ended our dot 11:19. It is. I agree, Farseer. Alright, Skull Crusher. Daddy is home. Farseer, Sealy. I'll be sliding a +4 in my pocket. Cheater, Sealy. Cheater. No, but seriously, I gotta end it though. I'm gonna end it here. See, I really do have to go. So do I, Sealy. We just keep going, even though we keep saying it. But alright. Skull Crusher, Daddy is home. Kyle Vlogs. Bacon. Farseer. Warlock. 12 for all. James. Army West 9. Sealy. And everyone else who joined tonight, thank you for joining. This has been an awesome video. It's not as big as our normal vlogs have been, but once again, it's mostly because I think most people right now don't even know I'm streaming, which is why I think I'm losing subscribers, YouTube. You hear me? I'm losing subscribers because people think I'm not streaming, because notifications aren't working. So if you see this, YouTube, before I end this, fix them. It is not fair to people like me, and that's the last thing I'm going to say. You are killing my business and any other small YouTube business that is you say you care about and trying to support by not keeping these things up and running properly. I've lost 4 subscribers because of it, because I think they think I stopped. But Daddy, you're home? Yes, son, I got the milk. You said you when you got home. But I did, but you never brought her back. But blood was on the floor. Uh-oh. There was a fight. Somebody got punched. Alright, but watch out, Farseer, and try to calm it down. But I hope everyone has had an awesome time tonight. And until next time, everyone, I hope you all have had an awesome time tonight. And thank you for joining. Peace and love! And bye-bye, everybody! Bye!